Here we go. I think that should be better. Welcome to the Esea. Once again on a Sunday, myself, Burning Red, joining you live. And of course, Mr. Extremes as well. We're going to be chasing into the game here. First game of this evening is going to be the Damage Control versus Ventus Gaming. And just, of course, from my side, I need to obviously unmute myself so my co-caster can hear me. Mr. Extremes, welcome once again.
Whoa, you were muted. What, did you just release your magnum opus of serious lasting information that I should have gathered and now I've just lost? Or where are we at, mate?
No, we're not. No, we're not anyway. I just did a basic introduction anyway.
Of course, I'm also just talking complete nonsense, as I do for most of the next 3 hours. So thank you for joining us, guys. This is Extremes, and of course, Burning Red on the other side. Not on fire at the moment, but hopefully you'll get on fire with the play-by-play commentary.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, well, look, first game is going to be quite a cracker, I think. Damage Control versus Ventus here. You know, two really good teams. You know, Ventus have showed some good results in the last couple of matches. I mean, of the games that we did cast recently, it was actually not this Ventus team, it was the other Ventus team. It was the Ventus Red team.
Well, we actually did both last week.
Yes. Yeah, they lost to XTC, if I'm not mistaken, this Ventus side, but it wasn't very one-sided. It was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a 16-7, 16-8, so it was not too bad. But the Ventus Red side actually was quite the stunner of the evening when they beat VNR 16-2. I mean, that was a thrashing. So, yeah, I mean, your take. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen here?
Well, I think the most important take of it would be I was having a little conversation with Skizzy. Haha, I said it again, mate. No, it's Shizzy on from Ventus before the game on Twitter actually. And what was interesting about that was that he was saying that he's not playing today.
Really?
And that he doesn't seem. I don't know if it means that he's not in the team or not. I mean, I kind of read between the lines and it kind of looks like that. So I mean, I was just saying to him, man, like if you're not in this team anymore, you really need to find yourself another one. And I think other teams are probably going to come chasing after Shizzy because I mean the guy put in a huge performance, and you know if you look back at the stats in ESEA and at other games in the teams that he's been in, the guy's a monster. So it's a little bit of a surprise. Of course, he may just wreck me. Maybe I was being elaborately trolled, and he's suddenly going to show up here and go like, "Hey, wrecked you because you called me Skizzy all of last week."
Probably, yeah. Well, look, talking about ESEA, let's quickly focus on the announcement that happened earlier this week, specifically around the South African spot being taken away. I mean, gee, it's very sad news, of course, in the industry, and everyone's not very happy about it. But yeah.
Sure, well, it's the spot at the LAN, but the thing that we may be all missing when we're reading in between the lines here, and I mean, let's be honest, it's a dick move by ESEA, and of course ESEA don't pay us to do this, so I'm going to say that it's a dick move because it was, and it's something that they've kind of been known for. I mean, I come from the TF2 scene where you know ESEA was the sort of top tier of competition there, and this kind of thing was pretty common, man. So, like, I'm kind of I don't not expect this of ESEA. I kind of do. It's within their character to halfway in the season do something like this. But from a business point of view, it makes all the sense in the world that they do this. And why I say that is, of course, because there's just not enough people in South Africa, you know, really taking up the service and using it, as opposed to the guys who might be, you know, you know, playing in actual competition. I mean, more in the sense of, you know, just the day-to-day playing that the guys are doing.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's really, it's not being used like it would be if it were a pug service. It's just literally being used for scrims and matches at the moment. So, you know, I can see as a business, from a business point of view, why they would withdraw spending probably the $10,000 or $15,000 it would take to get a team and accommodate them in America or wherever the finals are going to be.
Yeah.
That also said, however, they did say that the actual land would, not the land, what I'm saying, the prize pool would still be there, and they haven't actually announced what the first prize would be. Last year, the second place team got $525, which isn't much, but if you consider the huge expense that they went to get Bravado to America last year, I would imagine it'd be a couple $1,000s at least. Which might make this worthwhile. So I think we got to kind of take a wait and see attitude. Of course, we're all disappointed, we're all upset, but we've got to look at it and go, well, this is still, you know, it's still a thing. We still have a chance. Maybe, you know, and if the prize pool actually turns out to be pretty decent, well, then we haven't exactly wasted our time, have we?
Nope. So that's the one thing also just to consider. I mean, from a business point of view, I've looked at the technicalities, specifically hosting a service like ESEA in this country. There's a lot of costs associated with it. For example, rack space at the data center, having to host those servers, it's an X amount. I mean, I work in the IT industry myself and the telecommunications industry, so I can tell you, you're going to be in to pay for a decent sized rack can go anywhere between 8 to 15,000 rand a month, and that is just on the rack space. I mean, let alone we're talking about other things such as power requirements and networking and all that sort of stuff. So, all these sort of costs add up. And I believe at the moment, they're trying to maybe just break even with the amount of players that have registered for the ESEA. And, just to kind of uphold that tournament, they're probably working at a loss here as well. So it is completely
True.
understandable from a business point of view to actually just, say, hold on, we're not going to put South Africa in the following finals purely because the interest is not as high as what you would expect. I mean, if you're looking at South Africa, we've got probably about 19 teams that are actually playing. And then if you look at
Hmm.
countries like Brazil and you look at the European Union and we look at America, I mean, they've got far superior numbers there compared to what we've got. So it is understandable to an extent, if you know what I mean.
Sure. I do agree. That's pretty much where I was going with it as well, from a business point of view, of course. But yeah, just from an ethical point of view, of course, not cool that they do it after teams have actually registered and there are the minimum amount of teams that they said needed to be there. But again, that's within the way ESEA do their business. Of course, they're not using anybody's ESEA clients to Bitcoin mine for them anymore, which I guess is an ethical step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But which, oh geez, that was messed up. But anyway, we've of course got this game going on. We should probably talk about that at some point. I do imagine.
Well, look, let's get down to the dirty truth here, and my personal opinion on this match is definitely it's going to be a damage control map. I mean, they are very good on Cobble. It is Cobble week, just for some of you guys that have joined in and that are new to the ESEA. The teams play one particular map during the course of the week, and then they move on to the next map, on a weekly basis, basically. So Cobble will be obviously broadcasting 3 games for you guys this evening, which starts with the DC versus Ventus, and then we've got 2 others that are quite exciting, all going to be on Cobble. But just back to this game, actually, damage control far superior than Ventus, in my opinion, on this map. Ventus, though, could maybe just pull one out the bag here and absolutely upset the DC side, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, the guy who 30 bombs for you consistently is not here, so um, what chance do they have without it? Probably a fairly good one. I mean, we saw some decent setups out of them last week on Cash. I don't know how they're going to be versus damage control on this map. This is one of damage control sort of home maps, although they haven't been that good on it of late. But still, you got to say it's gonna be a contest. I think the knife round on this particular map does matter a fair bit because you tend to want to start on a side you're comfortable with on this map. Generally, it's heavily T favored, but I know damage control, for instance, are a lot more comfortable starting off CT side regardless, and they actually
Yeah,
have a very strong CT side on this map. So we'd have to see. I think the knife round will for once actually matter, yeah. Because if I think if Ventus start CT, they might have a better chance in this again because you just don't want damage control to be comfortable. Because
yeah.
we know this. Old guys like to be comfortable. We like to be comfortable. So,
No, look, I mean,
yeah.
we really like kind of going down the whole old being old train here. I don't think damage control are too set in their ways, to be honest. They've changed their ball game last year. Their play style is also completely different to what we saw in 2015. So, um, yeah, look, I mean, they're probably going to try and adapt to the Ventus side in a slight way, not really like too aggressively, and I think they'll play their play style specifically on Cobble here, which should theoretically work out for them, knowing that they've got the superior aim and they've got the superior kind of game sense, compared to the Ventus team.
Yeah, they should. And if you look at the Ventus lineup as well, Enigma is a guy that a lot of guys were, team owners were talking about before the season as a potential hot prospect. So I mean, there is him. Still think he's a couple of years away from the finished product. Sukram, I don't know at all, really. So I can't comment on him. Hatch and Well, Hatch the Man and Crucial, yeah, we know them. Been in a fair few teams. I don't see Hyper as well. So unless Hyper is Sukram, and I'm just being really confused or something. Let me have a look. Sure, somebody's telling me in chat. It might even be the wrong Enigma I'm talking about because I of course don't know anything anyway. So let's just quickly pull this out. Yeah. Ah, it's Kelvin. Yeah, that's the right one. So this is interesting. It is pretty much a very changed lineup. So there's no Hyper and there's no Shizzy. I wanted to call him Skizzy again. I keep doing it on purpose on Twitter just to wreck him, but and I know it's good natured wrecking as well. So it is
Yeah.
what it is. Of course, we had the knife round there. Didn't mention it at all, but we'll see. Side
Yeah.
they end up on here.
Well, we just need to find out if these oaks are actually going live now. They obviously.
I mean, maybe that wasn't even live. I don't know. I
No, it
wasn't paying any attention to it.
doesn't look like they're going live just yet. Although there's a bit of a. Oh, there we go. So they're just resetting everything now at the moment. But there is some issues with the networks here. Here we go. Finally, we are into the first pist round here this afternoon. ESCA. Sunday and Ventus Gaming versus Damage Control. Ventus will kick it off on the CT side, Damage Control on the T side, and let's hope we have a ripper of a game going into the second map a little bit later on.
A rip snorter would be nice, of course.
Depends on how you see it, basically. But anyway, let's quickly focus on the DC side, playing on the T side strip here, moving in towards. The bomb side B, playing on the plateau, specifically also a couple on drop here. Good start from Hellhound, getting the first frag on Sucre, who is Hyper, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, look at the turnaround from Enigma here, picking up 2 and then getting taken down. Hatch, though, doing the damage, taking down at least one of the members inside that drop. And it is only, well, the man left for Ventus here. Let's see if he can maybe take one. He does spot his man. Does he get the shot? Yes, he does. It's a 1-on-1 right now, and it's up to Hellhound here to keep it in play for Damage Control long enough for the bomb to actually go off here. A little bit of a tussle between the two right now. An aiming duel all over the place. He runs out of bullets. Same with Hellhound. And he's going to try and take him down. But time's of the essence here. Good back off from Hellhound here. Just keeping it at bay, and we'll get the round here for Damage Control. First pistol round goes to him and the DC side.
Yeah, Ensign there with the crucial 3K actually kicking 2 heads in rapid succession while he was in drop, and I think that made the difference in that round. But what was that from Enigma? I mean, this young guy, all the potential in the world, of course, still very raw, but just clicks 2 heads on the entry into that bomb site, and well, it nearly got a bit sketchy there for DC, but they do pick up the first round after all. I see Chizzy actually saying in chat there that Sukram is also a young player as well. So 2 really young guys on this Ventus side, and Damage Control is taking some control now of this drop. I'm trying to find a head there.
Yeah, good start here for DC, of course. They've got enough guns in the bag here. No real armor buy or any sort of force pistol buy here from Ventus. So clean as it is. We'll see Hellhound take the first frag up against the man and takes him out of the picture here. So retake time for Ventus here. Not much at stake for them. Clearly because they don't have much to go with. But Gambit definitely applying the pressure there with that UMP45. And they'll pick up the second round for Damage Control. Pretty much as we would call it right in the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going according to plan for Damage Control. They farmed up a little bit of money with those SMGs as well. So they're going to see what they can find again with 3 UMPs on their side versus pretty much a full save out of the Ventus lineup now after the force buyers behind them. And to see if they can maybe do anything tricky. Actually, very standard setup out of Ventus. The man trying to take a battle there towards Long. He's going to eat that nade, so that might put him out of commission, and it does. Quibus for Ensign there.
So good start for DC here, although Hatch taking down Hellhound the Danger Man and picks up the AK-47, and he's going to show himself, and he'll probably get plastered on the wall by Style here with that UMP-45. So the bomb being dropped, but still not the end of the world for Damage Control. They reclaim it, and they are still going to focus on this A-bomb site by the looks of it, coming up from the lower area, trying to see if they can sneak into the site, not having too much... a little bit of a dance on the top there, but Style ending up successful there over Crucial. So bomb will go down here for damage control. And this should theoretically be the third round here for the DC side, going into the fourth round, the bye round actually, the important one for the next.
Well, yeah, if they lose the situation, it's insta-retire mode, right?
Could be, but I don't think it's going to be the case. We'll see Suka actually doing quite a bit of work there, but getting hold of style, but not good enough picking up a second frag there. He'll go down, and 3-0 to damage control. Let's have a look at the scores.
Yeah, so we got Ensign with the 6-1-1, and he was doing pretty well there with both the pistols and the UMP. So farming up the money for his team, actually 5.5 in the bank too. The rest of the team fairly even spread, whereas same could be said for Ventus with both Enigma and Hatch on 2 frags. So they're going to want to add to their tally now. Crucial actually got the Mag 7 as well, so he's probably going to play a close position towards drop or maybe plat on this first of the gun rounds.
Yeah, well, the important position to be in is specifically this one, seeing Sukram actually just holding.
This reverse boost here from Crucial is actually boosted up with the Mag 7, so this could get a little bit nasty here for Explicit, but he finds him first. Dropped to 4 HP. That got really close, but the DC player does actually win out in the situation in the end, and it is a 5v4 pretty early on, still 1:15 on the clock. So a lot of options here for DC with this early pick.
Yeah, I knocked him quite hard there with the Max 7, but Explicit survives with these 4 HP. Let's see if he'll actually pick up another frag. Maybe.
Don't know why I called it a reverse boost. It really should have just been a boost, but
Counter boost.
It sounds like a wrestling move, man. I've been hanging out with Devon too much, clearly.
Well, Gambit with his, sorry, not with his 4 HP. That's Explicit. Gambit trying to get a frag on Hatch there, but Hatch will back off. And you can see the Mania on a peculiar position here. He'll get the frag on Instant, so that'll at least drop the numbers a little bit, but then goes down to the hands of Hellhound. He'll pick up a 2K here. Good play from him as he moves in towards the site now. So it is Hatch and Sukram left. Sukram with the AWP. He's going to have to work it out. Probably coming from a different angle. Wow, good shot from Style there. Takes out the Danger Man. And now Sukram will fall pretty much in the same fashion. And that's 4-0 here for the DC side. So back into the eco saving or eco round for Ventus. Not looking too good for them right now.
Yeah, they're definitely going to save the Earth by releasing less greenhouse gases with smaller guns, right? That's eco-friendly. But anyway, bad jokes aside, I had to get one out of my system at least for today. Go back to the previous round. Hellhound was the only player there with actually any serious HP, and he did the heavy lifting going into that bomb site. It could have gotten really ugly with all those low HP players there for damage control, but showing their experience as they do and winning out in the end. So 4-0 at the moment, and Ventus on the pistols. Damage control playing slowly at the moment, not trying to take any risks here.
Well, Ventus doesn't have much going for them at the moment. Only 2 CZs and a 5.7 and a Deagle, really. But that's not really much. It's not much of a kind of resistance here per se, as we see Explicit walk in and picks up 2 frags. He opens up the B bomb side. Howland picks off the man. And that'll be a third for the DC side. You see Gambit, though, under a little bit of pressure, but does well, taking down Enigma and tries to go for Crucial here, who backs off with the CZ. No, he's going to back off, just maybe show himself, just to try and see if he can get someone coming from a different angle. Don't know.
You can see he's quite worried about the potential backstab from Hellhound, but Hellhound's already... well, he first rotated out, but is now kind of taken up a defensive position, so he can't get away. And of course, he won't get away with Explicit hunting him down. But Crucial a little bit screwed there either way that was going to work out, and it doesn't work out for them. 5-0 at the moment. DC in control, and Ventus going to come in with the buy again. Sukram on the AWP. Let's see if the young player can have some impact here.
Well, he's going to have to provide quite a bit of impact for Ventus here, at least taking maybe 2 or 3 frags this round. I mean, some individual skill will be great right now for the Ventus team. And that's all they need. So Crucial now, obviously, just smoking up the drop side, buying some time, but we can see damage control moving plateau quite aggressively here. They want to get into the site. Maybe they're banking on a second save. I don't think it's the case. There we go. Sukram now with the AWP, doing some work here. Let's see if he gets himself another. Misses the shot, under a lot of pressure right now, and will get taken down. Damage control moving into the site here, and we can see Style also just showing the youngster how it's done. Banging it right through the smoke there. And
the Quibus comes in. Crucial also gets a kill there. Gambit now trading and just Crucial with another kill. The man gets the second one. And, well, they just tie that up. Sorry I interrupted there, but that just got exciting fast.
Yeah, very, very good retake there from Ventus. Actually did a very good job. I think the man's grenade frag on the end there was one of the kind of the key ones, taking down one of the guys, and then there was a support frag on top of that. So it was only literally 2 or 3 DC players left. I think 2 at the time, and they just cleaned it up very well. So there we go. Ventus finally getting their first round on the board, 5-1.
Absolutely. If Sukram hadn't gotten a second kill, they would have maybe said, yeah, I mean, obviously, if they'd lost the round because he didn't get a second kill, they probably would have said, hey, you know, he needed to find something else there just to delay. But still works out on the retake there with the 2 players picking up the 2K. Sukram actually going quite aggressive then, taking a few bullets to the face, almost, through the box, I think it was. But look at that style. Too canny for the man. The man pushing up with the AWP that they picked up. So they were running double AWP. Gets the first kill there, and now it is a 5v4 damage control again in the advantageous state of the round at the moment, and well, Ventus in danger of being reset. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what Ventus can actually do. I mean, they've got 4 players left. A little bit of push work coming out, you know, from damage control in that A bomb side. They just need to try and secure it off, get the picks, as they do at the moment. Hatch and Sukram out of the picture. So it's only Crucial and Enigma left, and both of them with rifles. So they're going to have to maybe back off, I don't know, but they need to be careful, because look at his Explicit just kind of waiting on that drop area, on the back of drop, for a late rotation. But we can see there's a bit of an aggressive play coming out now from the DC guys, wanting to get through into that mid side or that connector side to maybe pick off one of the players here. Now Enigma, he's dangerous with these M4, as we can see, taking on inside. He'll get himself the 2K, and that means it's a 2-on-2 situation left. Not the best place right now, but I think Explicit still putting a lot of pressure on the Ventus team, so they're not going to go for the also times too much against them. So Crucial get the last frag there, and DC, well, pick up their 6th round.
Yeah, you got to ask why DC allowed themselves to lose 4 players and trying to hunt down 2 guns. I mean, I know they wanted to take the guns away, but their economy isn't all that strong, except for the economy, of course, of an Explicit and style. But still, it's just it seemed a little bit over eager from them. You would expect a veteran team like this to maybe play it a little bit slower in a situation. But yeah, I'm criticizing them, and they won around. So what do I know?
No, look, I think they lost too many guns then, but financially they're still fine. I mean, they are still sitting at least with $2,000 in the bank. I mean, we've got Explicit and Style both with $7,000 and $9,000, so they've got enough money in the bank here. And we see Halan picking up the first frag, although it is an eco round, or kind of a forced pistol buy right now here from Ventus, so they'll have to work their magic, stick together, box them in. I think it's the only way right now. Halhan is just too quick. He knows the rotations, he knows the spots where they will be coming from, and picks up his 3rd frag here. So he's on top of his game right now against the Ventus team. And Ventus right now, Enigma and Crucial, once again, sitting in the mid-side area, can't really do much. And we've got Explicit again playing the lurk role. Slowly but surely, we'll just back them up from behind and take down the last man. Instant also there with the 1 frag, but it's not going to help much. Easy peasy there. 7-1. Damage control in a very good position, but this is a T-sided map, if I'm not mistaken. Just a slightly T-sided.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it can be hard T-sided, in fact, because the nature of the map makes it very difficult to be aggressive on CT side. Because any aggressive peak you take on CT side, you got the opportunity to be punished from many angles. The only one maybe excluded in that statement would be towards a long, but still there's 2 or 3 angles you can get shot from as well. So you know it's hard to be aggressive here. Hence why it's you know, you have to play a little bit more. You know, a little bit further back, and it makes the opportunity for powerhouse DT sides all the more difficult. Of course, Ensign going in now, getting the first frag, yeah, and the kill being missed there with the taser doesn't happen.
Yeah, they finally a follow-up from Ventus. Crucial taking on Explicit, but did he at least pick up the rifle? Yes, he did. Gambit taking on Suka there with the grenades, so that's another grenade kill. And we're only 9 rounds into the into this half here, and we've already seen multiple nade kills all over the place. So Crucial needs to be careful, tries to put something into play there. I think it was a little bit of a smoke grenade, not maybe the most wisest thing to do, or the
Well, it did
wisest
definitely
thing to do.
sort of give them the clue as to where he was. Yeah.
Pretty easy stuff right now. And again, a 3K there, picked up by Gambit this time. 8-1. Damage control looking very, very strong right now.
Yeah, DC guys just padding their stats in that round, basically. I mean, if we take it back 2 rounds, even, Crucial being willing to take the fight while he's trying to save a weapon, just the same as the round before. I mean, again, the question of saving here, economics are important in CS:GO, and in that situation, maybe he should have kept it. Maybe they would have had more of a chance in the last round. But of course, hindsight is 2020, and damage control looking forward right now, forward to the B bomb side as they breach.
Oh, a good grenade here from the man, and he's in a peculiar position. He's got some backup play. Enigma managing to get the one frag there and then goes down, but good backing up here from the man. Also, Crucial doing quite well. And then it's quite a trade-off at the moment here for both Ventus and DC. We've got a 2-on-3 scenario right now, so we've got Star with the AWP. He needs to knock his man. Oh, well, there's a burn there. And Ensign also picking up a 2K here. Very important. Now it's up to Sucre. The last one for Ventus with the AWP, but will get taken down by Style. And 9-1 damage control again forces them on an eco.
Yeah, I actually thought Ventus had a big chance going into that round. Sukram did some really good work at the beginning of the round, pushing out along and actually getting the info that damage control were all towards B. So you saw the rotation from Ventus actually coming in quite early. And with that, they were able to get the early kills and the early numerical advantage. But damage control, again, the veteran operators showing their wiles, showing their smarts, and winning out in a 2v3. So again, damage control extend their lead. Ventus now drop down to the pistols, and they're going to try to see what they can find. The man now on the hand cannon, trying to see if he can maybe find something towards long. Yeah.
Oh, he smoked himself off, so I highly doubt it. But we'll see Explicit opening up his score sheet here with a 2K, almost getting dropped there. But damage has been done, and it is an eco round here, of course, for Ventus. Not really working out. Gambit picking up another 2. Sorry, Yeek picks up 2 this time. It was Explicit, actually, with the first 2. Bomb will go down here. Pretty simple stuff. And it's only the man left with his hand cannon, like you said, Mike. Let's see if... oh, not going to happen. So 3K there for Gambit, and 10-1. Comfortable lead right now for damage control.
Yeah, very comfortable. I mean, generally on this map, you could expect sort of an 8 or 9 round T side. In most international competitions, of course, in South Africa, we've in recent times seen some very CT sided performances on this map. But I don't think that will be the case today. Ventus really under the cosh here, and damage control looking in control, so to speak.
Well, it's up to this round right now. I mean, if Ventus pull one back, it'll at least give them like a little small breath of or sigh of relief, mainly.
They could, but the economy on damage control is just so good at the moment that they could probably lose every round and still buy.
Ooh.
And their Gambit actually catches the man through the spray through the door and takes him down really easily, and that's going to force the rotation. Yeah, you can see the rotation's a little bit confused for Ventus. They're not really quite sure what to expect. Only one person waiting on that A side, and he gets shot in the back by Ensign. What's going on here?
Very, very well played there by Ensign. Actually, that little jump was clever because you'll see that Sukram obviously hit the shot, but missed him because it was a jump, expecting them to walk on that angle. Jumps it and lands and gets the shot in. And he'll pick up a 2K here. Oh, almost getting burnt out there, but there is still a man crucial behind that little hut, and will get naded out. That's another nade kill there for damage control. Enigma, the last one left here for the retake. He manages to take down the one. He's still got 3 to contend with. Haldown quite low on the HP. Let's see if he can maybe sneak in the youngster. Haldown is to his right here, so he needs to be ultra careful. Also, Style just has got scope on that middle door. So as soon as Enigma just pops his head, it's gone.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible for him. Yeah, he needs to back off considering his HP. Save the gun. I mean, of course, you'd say this late in the half saving the gun doesn't really matter, but it really does for his team because they are absolutely flat broke. Of course, they are getting maximum loss bonus as Enigma takes out Hellhound there, but I think the one gun might actually matter for just for a little bit for them. They're still hunting him. There's every chance they could get him here, but he does manage to survive. But yeah, that was a very confused round. You can see this Ventus lineup with the two players changed is just I mean the way they're playing the rotations are a little bit slow. They seem to be in a little bit of a disarray, and it's a shame because the team last week was looking a lot more well oiled. But as is being said in chat, apparently the guys are all friends now, so they implying that I guess they weren't before. Therefore, the team is a little bit more harmonious. So you never know. They could have potential for the future, but right now they are taking serious stick from this damage control team.
Indeed. And a very ropey buy actually there from the Ventus team. Just looking at that setup, not very convincing, but it could work. They've got 3 guys sitting in that B bomb site, maybe 4 actually. And we see Enigma getting the first frag here, getting traded off there by Hellhound. Again, another trade all over the place. Actually, DC responding with one. Sukram doing quite well with the AK, but then goes down to Ensign. And there's another frag. So now it's up to Gambit here, man alone. So Ventus, well, took that round surprisingly. They've actually did a pretty good job on it. And you can see here. Oh, Gambit's not looking too good. He's just going to jump in the fire and suicide
roasted.
out. So, well, a very good round actually for Ventus. They're a very surprising round. Didn't expect them to actually take it. But they did what they did best. And that was, well, they didn't do what they did best, but they did what they were supposed to do basically.
Losing, right?
Yeah, what they were supposed to do actually was trade well, and that's what they did. They traded perfectly fine. It was great. It was.
I would personally attribute that round more to damage control just pushing in and being really confident than Ventus's anything they did. Of course, yeah, they hit their shots, which these are skilled players. That's a Masters team. As the man gets a kill there, Sukram also catching a frag there as well, and the reply not coming in just yet, but yet another grenade kill by Fire there. Explicit picking up a kill, meanwhile Gambit gets one, and it's a 3v3 at the moment.
Well, Hatch doing quite well, taking down Gambit there with the M4. So now it's a 2-on-3, and wow, what a shot from Hellhound there. Just a quick flick, bang, out of the picture. The man gone. Now it is, well, damage control with the bomb plant here on the A-bomb site. Retake time. Not looking too great for Ventus, but they've got a chance here. Equal numbers. But I don't think the HP is favoring them too much. Specifically, Enigma sitting quite low on 30 HP. He's going to have to be super fast. The same with Hatch. Look at their angles. DC's just giving them rope to move into the site. And there we go. Hellhound doing such good work, taking down Hatch there. And Explicit also just patiently waiting. We'll get the other one. And that will be a 13-2 halftime score here. Or was it? No, sorry, 12-2 halftime score. And as we move into the last round of the half, I think, well, this one should go to damage control because Ventus just not really have, they don't really have any guns.
Yeah, well, they're going to have the Mag 7, you know, the kind of damage that can be wrought by such a weapon. And of course, Sukram on that CZ, which most people hate, but pro players seem to love. So, you know, there's a bit of clickbaity tip for you. One weapon that noobs hate, but pro players love. Click here for more information. And Gambit's clicking away. Meanwhile, the clicking on the Enigma side, he gets a kill there, but the trade's flying in there for Gambit. Easy for them at the moment, almost. Just 2 players left alive here for Ventus.
Yeah, good response from Ventus here, managing to reduce them to only 2. So we got a 2-on-2 scenario, but make that 1-on-2. It's going to be the Manu with the Deagle. Not good enough. 13-2. The half ending too much in favor for damage control here, and I don't think Ventus is going to have enough rounds in hand to actually even get to 10 or even double figures here. It's a bit unfortunate, but the damage has been done, like you said.
Absolutely, it's not looking good for them at the moment. I do feel for the Ventus lineup, but of course, I mean they've chosen their path, so they need to deal with it now. And of course, it's going to take a bit of time to get the team together and to make things work. But they've got the skill. But against a team like Damage Control, they are going to take a big steaming dump on you if you're new to this, basically, which is really where we're at the moment. To use that word, I do apologize. Hopefully we don't have any sensitive viewers or listeners. If you are sensitive, probably best to not be involved with esports. One would think.
One would think, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got a lot of sensitive souls in our industry. It's amazing. Lots of guys need hugs. In fact, I need a hug. Hug me right now. Hold me. Hold me after what's happened to Ventus.
Well, I can't really, because let's be honest, I'm not exactly where you are right now. And
No, no, we're not. We're not in the same place.
yeah, I'm not sure if I really would want to give you a hug right now, man. I'll just
No, no,
say,
I wouldn't mind holding you. You're quite huggable, mate. I'm a little bit skinny in
gee,
comparison.
thanks. You're
So.
calling me fat. Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So damage control 13, Ventus 2, and damage control firmly in control now. Second time I'm going to use that in this game, and this is the last time I'm going to use it. Ventus need this first round. They need every round thereafter. Their backs are against the wall. Let's see if this team can show some character and put up a good fight going into the second half.
Yep. Let's see how it actually works out here now for the Ventus team. Just aggressively sitting there, but Stahl just really on song with that USPS. He'll get taken down. So it's a 4-on-4 right now, and damage control just very reluctant to kind of rotate all over the place. They know that Ventus are trying their luck. And moving into this drop side, we've got two players now probably going to be rotating into window side, which might be a problem. Well, look at this. Look at Gambit here. On the defense, quick rotation. You're helping his teammate out as well. Explicit getting the one shot on Enigma, and then Gambit shutting him down. Instant with the last one. 14-2. Man, that was quick. And damage control,
Yeah.
well, looking good, really, eh?
Yeah, Ventus pulling out ye old strat, run through drop and go A, right? And it just didn't work out for them at all. So, I guess limited preparation time, all of that. But yeah, going into the second round, Ventus of course have to force up, which they duly are doing. No dualies involved though. Unlike Get Right and DreamHack Las Vegas recently, trying to reclaim some of the magic with the dualies.
Yeah, I'm not
Didn't
sure
happen
if
for him.
that's going to happen.
Didn't happen for him at all. Looks like the man may have spotted our style. Actually hits him with a few bullets there.
Oof, explicit going down there, so that didn't work out too much. Style's still alive, though, like you said, but no one in close vicinity. And all of a sudden, a lot of frags raining down here. Instant actually with two, and Gambit doing his work on that drop side, just defending it off very well. Enigma, the last one left here, and he'll spot him through that box here. 15-2, damage control. Pretty much, they've done it. They've finished this map off, which means we'll have a bit of a break going into the second game, which will start
It's muffin time, mate.
pretty much. Yeah.
Important. Coffees and muffins between games. You guys got to try it. It's beautiful.
I'm not that old. I'll probably go for like a beer or something. You know.
Indeed. Much like DC are likely to do after this, because when one has engaged in some form of copulation, a beer is always good, and somebody is definitely getting copulated to pieces here.
Yeah, and that is Ventus, of course. Not looking very good. Oh, look at that, though. Nice little 1D coming out there from the man. Finally, we see one. And I'm sure Star won't like that too much.
No, not at all. He's the D guy, but
yeah, he likes to deal that out from time to time. Now, Instant having to support and bit of drop action here. Seeing Explicit just falling victim to Enigma's Tech 9 spray there. And now, once again, Enigma picking up a second kill on Howdown. Almost going down, but still, damage has been done. Oh, miscue shot there from the man, but not the end of the world. Instant will, of course, now try and see if he can maybe reclaim some frags here. He needs to be careful. Look at Hatch. Hatch is, for some odd reason, in a really... I don't know if he's lagging out. Looks like he's probably just lagging out. There we go. He's DC'd. And there we go.
Where's
so...
that guy in?
Ventus pick up another round, actually. To their surprise.
Kind of hoping he's that guy from MM who just like gives up when the score's bad. You know those guys. But no, he DC'd, so he is actually a professional. I nearly inadvertently called somebody unprofessional while talking about sex on a stream. So I do apologize, viewers. It does happen. As does sex. It's amazing. It does happen occasionally. Who would have thought with 6 billion people around that it was even possible?
I'm happy to move on the conversation right now because it's getting a bit awkward. Just saying.
Oh, bro, it's getting a bit orkies, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
was a very awkward statement in itself. Damage control now dropped to pistols, so let's see what they can do. They're going to, of course, force buy because they've got plenty of rounds in the bag. So, oh, not actually. Just going for upgraded weapons as opposed to the full armor route.
so our next game is going to be WG versus XTC at 6 o'clock for you, for some of you guys that wants to wait out for that to happen. We're literally about to finish off this map here between Damage Control and Ventus. DC literally one away, and we'll have to see how Ventus actually pull this one off. I don't think they will, to be honest. Just to be, there's no way. And I think that, like you said, it was obviously because of them, trying out new people or at least adding new guys to the list now. And when you do that sort of thing, you kind of go through the whole slump of starting all over again, etc., and having to like kind of deal with the tactical side and who plays what position and who does what, etc. So it's kind of like normal for them to go through this sort of thing. But though, to be honest, I mean, I don't think it's maybe the right time to do that. I mean, there are quite a number of seasons that are active at the moment. Specifically, the
Mm-hmm.
Telkom side, we've got ESEA that's still in its going into its seasons and so forth. So a change like this is very unorthodox, if you know what I mean, from a CS point of view. I think it would most likely happen a little bit later on in the seasons. Like once the first season for the majority of tournaments have been completed. Um, that would generally kind of state for a move of teammates, etc., or have some sort of swap out. But I
Mm.
guess circumstantially, looking at Ventus now having you know guys in the team that were not gelling well, that's obviously going to crush the chemistry. And
True.
even
Also, something just to interrupt you there, that was also mentioned in chat again. It is the days of our lives in chat, by the way. So scroll up, friends, if you just joined us now. But basically, Hyper had some personal issues as well, so I guess he's out. And then they thought kind of the combination of Sukram and Enigma, who've played together before, would be better for the team than keeping Shizzy in there.
yeah,
That's kind of what I gathered from it. So
look,
yeah, I mean, you're quite right. They shouldn't, you shouldn't traditionally change things like this in the middle of a season. But I guess the situation was untenable enough that it needed to happen that way.
yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate one really for the Ventus side. But look, hopefully they'll be able to kickstart themselves back into a good stance where they'll be able to challenge the teams like Damage Control a little bit more. I mean, they're sitting 15-3 right now on Cobble. Now Cobble, obviously, Damage Control have got vast more experience on this map than what any of the players on Ventus do. Um, so that's already a bit of a negative for Ventus. I mean, Ventus, they're going to have to be creative specifically on their strat plays and on their play styles. I mean, going forward, I mean, it's very tough to say as well. It's very tough for us to kind of read play styles from individual players and teams. So we're trying to adapt that sort of mechanism to understand how a team actually operates in 2017, February or March. So hopefully by June sometime or maybe in a month's time, we'll be able to give you guys a little bit more of a picture as to how these teams operate
We
intrinsically.
just got to see them more. Basically, is the
Yeah,
issue. I mean, we were pretty well versed with all the teams last year because the top teams because we casted them so many times. But
we
this year,
got
of
we
course, we're not
we got well
casting
versed with them.
7 days a week.
No.
We're not casting 7 days a week like we were at stages last year, and our exposure to teams are a little bit more limited. And of course, they also mostly in stages where they're trying to find their own identities as well. So it makes it a little bit difficult. And a team like Ventus right now, who, you know, previous lineup, I actually said in an article in an interview that I did where, that I felt that they were a team for the future if they stay together. Of course, that's no longer going to happen. It looks like they're going to play with four. It seems like Hatch's power went down, which is very unfortunate for him. So possibly the crushing loss might be coming sooner, but they do have the weapon advantage going into this round, so you never know.
Well, they might be able to. Let's see if it actually works for them. We'll see though that Ventus do pick up the first frag. Hell out of the picture, yes. So good start. It's a 4-on-4 now. They've equalized it out, but still, can work in favor for DC here. We see Gambit also picking up quite an interesting frag with that Max 7 there, of course, on Ventus. And now it's a 2-on-2 scenario here. So Ventus, well, looking in a good position to take the round right now, putting so much pressure on damage control with no guns in hand. But it is still early days in the second half, and Style, of course, with that deagle of his, trying to click on him to see what he'll do next. It's a 1-on-1. Does he pull this one off? Oh, he gets a shot in though, but just not good enough. He's going to try and chase down the man. The man's not aware of him actually being on his right-hand side. This is a bit of a problem. He'll pick up the AK-47 and win the match for damage control here. And that's a GG coming out. Easy stuff for DC, 16-3. So on Cobble, and that will be the first game done for us for this afternoon. The next one, a little bit more of an interesting one. XTC versus WRG. Always going to be a crack of a game to watch. And I think we'll start that one in the next, let's say, 10 minutes. I mean, we'll do a little bit of a post-discussion if you want, going into that match. For the viewers out there, thank you very much for joining in. I'm Burning Red, of course, and Extremes, my also knowledgeable co-caster, although a lot of people think that he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he does know what he's talking about, let's be honest. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
various ways to say shit with great vocabulary. So
yeah, well, there we go. I mean,
it's the way I roll, man. But of course, the next game is very exciting as well. It is what is it? I've actually completely gone blank.
XTC versus WRG.
WRG Virtue.
Yeah,
it's blankness ensued, but
that's always been a look. XTC versus WRG. It's always been a middle order kind of rivalry almost.
Well, no longer. I mean, XTC are at the top of the log in DGL Masters, and they're doing really well here too. So actually, I think things may have changed.
Yeah, it probably has, but we'll have to wait and find out come 6 o'clock. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a quick break from our side. Please stay tuned, and we'll bring you the next game, which will be XTC versus WRG.
Have you wondered what it could be like? And now it's all set to come
All right, so we are back for another match, and of course, my co-caster, I think, who is around, Mr. Extremes, posting me the details so kindly. Welcome back, sir.
I feel very welcome. I just ate a muffin, so life is good.
So you are really getting old.
It's the little things in life that matter, Mr. Burning Red. The
Yeah.
little things, and in this case, the little thing was a muffin.
See, what I like to do after my games is just rock out like a really like strong cigarette, a beer, and then listen to some ACDC while we're at it. Like that type of vibe. Like that's kind of like what I do. That's really where I kind of fit into the picture. But I know,
Dude,
if you
I
wanna,
make my own rock, bro. I play guitar, man.
I know you do. I unfortunately have to
I rock
listen.
out.
I have to listen to. I have to listen to the great bands, and some of your actual work is actually really well, like well. How would I say composed? There we go. That would be the right word to use. Very well composed music. Or very clean composed rock music that you play on your axe guitars, uh, which is always fun to.
Axes are guitars, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I was saying. But yeah, I mean, so the point I was getting to, the muffin, I guess if that's your style, it's cool. It's really it's
It's
really
also
nice.
it could just be you're looking for deeper meaning in something that was really just I was hungry.
Yeah. But let's get back. Let's get to the nitty gritty. XCC versus WRG, two really good teams. XCC specifically, they've been they've been doing a lot of good work in the last couple of games, taking pretty much top seed, if I'm not mistaken, in the DGL or the Masters, and then of course doing quite well on ESCA as well. Which hopefully next week we'll be able to show some stats. I mean, we're still busy just getting our stats sorted out on our side, but yeah, I mean WRG also they didn't really do too well in the last game that we did cover. Um, they've obviously, if I'm not mistaken, if it was them or was it Vienna? No, it was WRG as well. They played up against. Let me just have a look quickly here on the last match that was played. But yeah, so they played. They played okay. Like I think there's a lot of room for improvement with the WRG squad. They've got some new members in that team, of course.
Well, new member, it's lighters, of course.
Well,
Um,
bes- s- taking lighters aside, I'm also 100% sure that the original captain, Adrenaline, he's backed off now. He's basically
well,
taking the coaching
it's
role.
it's been for some time. I mean, it was that
Yeah,
case at DGC last year as well. So I
but it
guess
was
you
more
could
up and
say,
down. He was playing, but it was more up and down. But it's more official now that he's not really playing for the team at all. And Lightus has kind of dropped in now, and he's obviously explained his style of play as
mm,
opposed to what they used to. So I think that probably, once again, like I explained in the previous match, it kind of resets everything. Performance isn't the best. Results aren't the best. They have to work their way up
well,
once again.
I don't know if it would reset everything in the sense of massively change everything. It just depends on if the player himself is forcing the team to rapidly and massively change everything. From talking to the team a little bit, it just does seem like he's come in with his own ideas and is obviously trying to push the team in that direction. So there you go. I mean, it clearly didn't work for them in the game we casted a couple of weeks ago versus DC. Was it DC on or no F3 on Dust 2? Sorry. Um, it didn't work out. I mean, they previously looked like a pretty cohesive team there. They were looking quite lost, and I do hope that they can find their way back to being a cohesive and dangerous team. 'Cause, I mean, we saw them on the doing quite well at various stages last year. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
the early WRG lineups last year were quite disastrous, in to put it mildly, in the way things went. Virtue was one of the up and coming teams of. Although let's be honest about when one says up and coming, they're all veteran players as opposed to youngsters, but they were very solid in all the action that they were taking part in last year, and of course it made sense for WRG to pick them up. So a well-established team with a well-established style, and they looked a little bit sort of out of their comfort zone, a little bit lost when we saw them. So hopefully in the 2 weeks in between, they've sorted out their issues and integrated Lighters into the team a little bit better.
Yeah.
And hopefully he's finding his feet in the team as well. So I mean, I don't want to speculate too much because again, speculation leads to being wildly wrong or wildly right at times.
Well, look, I mean,
We shall see.
there's speculation, and then there's just general knowledge when it comes to having certain members being replaced in a side, or replacing more than two members, or more than one member per se. You kind of have that reset feel, like I was saying, in a team, having to adapt to new styles, having to adapt to a new caller, for example, having to adapt to two new players that don't, for example, play in a pair. They play in two completely different positions on two sides of the map, if you know what I mean. And having to adapt with that sort of kind of like change can definitely reset the performance of a squad. But my question would obviously be, I mean, this is where we should actually go into a little bit of one of your talks
Ooh, you
on
do know
your
how I love to talk.
yeah on your talk show. Um, the question would be how quick, what is deemed kind of acceptable for a team to change out their roster that affects their performance immediately? What is deemed acceptable from an MGO owner's point of view?
Well,
You
that
know,
we'd have to ask MGO owners, but if you're
yeah,
asking me, which I think you are,
I am
um,
I'm kind of
oh,
trying to structure this in a way that it is something that we can kind of discuss instead of going
well,
to an MGO
let
owner.
me give you my opinion before you take it any further. Um, my opinion is that if you're a semi-professional team, as these guys mostly are, it shouldn't take you more than 2 to 4 weeks to integrate one person because that's not a massive mind shift. If
Yeah,
it's two or three people, that really does make a huge difference. And then we're talking, it can take up to a couple of months to find the synergy. That just the thing that one has to remember is if you take it from the MGO owner's point of view that you were sort of alluding to at the beginning, for them they want it to be right immediately because of course they've
of
got
course.
money on the line with sponsors and things like that. They definitely don't want it to take any length of time. But of course, the majority of MGO owners in South Africa and internationally generally allow the teams to make those decisions as to who's in, who's out, kind of thing. They tend to take a fairly hands-off approach to it. They just get involved when there's disputes and things like that. So it'd be interesting to see what the norm becomes in South Africa because we're kind of in the position that like a sport like I mean I don't want to use this in terms of the popularity, just more in terms of the move from amateur to professionalism. We're like, I don't know, like rugby in the like late 80s or something, before the advent of professionalism. There's these guys who do get paid, some guys don't get paid, most guys kind of have other things that they do as well. And
Yeah.
then that sort of transition period that happened in that sport between the late 80s and prior to the 1995 World Cup that happened in South Africa, the advent of professionalism. You see how things get better for the players. The players are obviously improve and all of that sort of thing. But the intervening times, things like smaller competitions fall by the wayside and things like that. And where I'm going with this is basically the sort of amateur practices of teams kind of deciding, oh well, we'll take as long as we need to take or whatever, because it's up to us. The up to us sort of part will probably go away in the next year or two as more and more money gets into esports. Of course, I'm
Yeah.
not saying esports will ever be as in South Africa as popular as something like rugby. I just mean really
Well, we never
based
know.
on the situation in terms of professional versus amateur that the sports win. I just know about rugby because I was a little bit involved in sports writing and such at one point. So um, that's why I use that example. But if we look at these two teams, to take it away from that question, I'm sorry if unless you have something else you wanted
Well,
to say there.
you've been divulging in basically something that I've always kind of asked the question on, when is it the right time to actually, step the gas and actually take the response or the accountability factor away from the actual teams and put it on the NGO owners, rather to manage, because I mean you get MGOs in South Africa that some of them are very much saying, cool, team must sort out their own stuff, their performance, etc., etc., etc. I've just got my brand, and we just make sure the brand is marketable and it, it does its thing. Then you've got on the other side of the coin, you've got MGO owners that are very strict, that says like, look, you've got 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks basically, to get your act together, to make sure that you start performing well on your leagues and your competitions, and this is going to impact, for example, your winnings. I mean, there are all sorts of kind of equations. I'm not saying that MGOs directly do that, but you know what I mean. It's kind of going
Yeah,
into
yeah,
a
I do.
very interesting question as to when is that going to happen? When are we going to realize that? But it looks like we got all 10 guys on the team
Yeah,
now,
I
so you
like how you
can.
get all philosophical every time we're on stream, mate. We never talk just CS:GO. It's interesting. Of course, you're
Well, that's what I said.
an owner as per se as well. You know, a Nav TV owner. So I guess you think that way, man. Dude, I just wanted people to see people get shot in the head. But
Yes, so do all of
existential
us.
questions aside, but of course we've got XTC Gaming. I did a really nice interview called "Looking Back" with Zin, the in-game leader and captain of XTC. Although he isn't always the in-game leader, that sometimes changes, but he's always been the captain. WOG winning the knife round there. And it's quite interesting. I'll pop it up probably tonight or tomorrow. I mean, I very seldom actually publish videos right when I record them. Keep a few in the back pocket. Um, and have a look at that. There's some interesting talks about behind the scenes for that particular team, and also just in general in the scene. So
Yeah.
a couple of questions we asked are somewhat answered there by somebody who knows and is currently involved. Um, but of course, the game that we've got on our hands here, XTC Gaming versus WOG Virtue. I'm assuming WOG are going to be conferring as to what side they want to start on. I would think they would want to start T side, but obviously don't know what their thought process might be. On the XTC side, it looks like they're actually going to go CT sides. The match will be restarting. XTC got a very strong lineup at the moment, looking really good in Masters. They're sitting, I think, fifth in the table at the moment, 5-1, whereas Virtue or WOG Virtue are 4-2 and sitting seventh in ESEA. So situation at the moment is all to play for in ESEA, and of course we don't know what we're playing for. I assume money at the end of the season. That seems to be what ESEA are alluding to instead of that trip to the LAN finals. But of course, it's pistol round, and let's see what these two teams are going to do in ESEA action tonight.
Indeed, and let's see what XTC have in plan for WRG. A good mid-table clash between these two, and as they move into the B side aggressively, looking at what Spaz is up to with the Tech 9, aggressively getting himself 2 shots and 2 frags actually. And a little bit of a rotate coming up from Panna there, but Lights is sticking it to him, taking him down, picks up the Tech 9. Viking comes around the corner, takes him down, and XTC gets the pistol round. So good start here for the men in green.
Straight out push there from XTC, and just tracking it all on the line, running into that bomb site and ripping off a few heads. Some shoulders are now headless, of course, after that round. Lighter's looking to make it close. Doesn't work out for him in the end. The rotation just too far away there for Virtue. And Virtue going to be on the force bar right now. XTC actually going with the 3 UMPs. You can see how strong that weapon is lately. Zin, interestingly, going for the Mac 10. He's going to be playing a close position towards mid with that weapon, hoping to maybe farm up some money for his team.
Look at Lighters here with the Deagle. Obviously trying to flirt a little bit here with Zin with the Mac 10. Knocks him down to
I've seen
61.
Zin. He's a good-looking man. I'd flirt with him.
That's not what I meant. But anyway, let's have a look.
There's a whole video of evidence with it in.
Well, Sinner though trying to get hold of Panna there, but Panna backing off on that plateau side now. XCC slowing it down just a little bit. Trying to see where they can penetrate and get into the site, or be it A or B. Looks like they are setting up to go towards the B-bomb site. You can see the bomb also in that direction. A little bit of a scuttle happening down there on the A long side. Viking actually taking down Lightest there. So it opens up the channel there for XCC, but they're just not sure what they want to do. No, there's the rotation now, moving in towards the A bomb site. That's the rotation from Puffy actually moving now towards B. So good read from XCC. They're going to try and get in as quick as possible. Smoke out the areas, as you can see. Hulky's the only one here with a CZ. Let's see if he gets himself one little shot in. Yeah, he gets himself the one frag, collects the gun, has to pick up the UMP, goes down. And XTC now not doing so well moving in towards this A bomb site. Actually losing another player there, PND. But it is a 3-on-2, and XTC still have the gun advantage here. Let's see if they can hold it together. Viking doing well, taking down the one. And also Spaz working it out there with the UMP-45. He's going to spot Puffy and take him down. And XTC just move one round ahead of WRG here.
Yeah, and yet another round in this early stage of the game. Spaz and Viking both of the 2Ks, and that's two of the heavy hitters on this team. Spaz, a recent addition, but showing tons of promise. And like Zin was saying to me, sees him as a player that in the next couple of years could be one of the very best in SA. So let's see if he lives up to that billing in this game. Now WRG dropped down to pretty much pistols. Puffy actually got the Zeus in hand, so let's see if he's able to get a kill there. But look at
Oh,
that. WRG again with the pistols.
yeah, good boxing from WRG here, managing to take 2 frags, and they've got so many players in that B bomb site. P&D doing the work though, but Halky's going down, and Synoptical also taking down the drop man. Sinner also coming in from the corner with that P2000, and it's only P&D left here. So very good tactical play from WG, reading the game, knowing that XCC might be coming towards that B bomb site, and actually hitting the jackpot.
Yeah, that was a little bit strange. I didn't expect that to happen. But WG clearly showing themselves to be strong on pistols, getting quite a lot of frags in the last few rounds with said pistols. Just felt like XTC got caught with the pants down a couple of times there. Close range engagements with pistols, of course, one gets CS good in that sense. And now going to be XTC with a fairly weak buy against what's looking pretty strong for WG. Both teams in danger of being potentially reset here.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting stuff. Hulky's the front man for WG on the defense here on the B-bomb side. He backs off to the corner, but he's open for business. Gets himself 2. He's going to try and go for a 3rd, but will get knocked down. And XCC finally reclaimed the site just a little bit, but not completely. Zin now trying to get frags through that smoke. Not looking too good right now as Spaz goes down. So it's going to be Turtle with the UMP-45. Gets himself the 2K. Swings it back in XTC's favor. And all of a sudden, WG in a spot of trouble here. Synoptical, the last one left. He has got a UMP-45. He needs to get one. He doesn't. Zin stays alive and XTC increase the lead. 3-1.
Crazy round there for Zin. I mean, all he had was a P250, gets the opening kill for his team, and then also closes it out as well after picking up that weapon. So, well, it looks like Virtue are actually buying, which is a little bit of surprise considering what their money was. So they are buying after all. Puffy only on 1750 and he's the offer. I don't know if he's actually going to purchase into this, but very unusual round. Hulky's no armor, so I don't know what happened with the communication there. And XTC have the opportunity to seriously set back this Virtue lineup with this round. Depending on how it goes, of course, WLG seem to do better with nothing rather than a full buy so far.
Well, let's see what XCC have up their sleeve going into round 5 here. Hulky's quite aggressively trying to find his man. He'll get taken down, and that opens up opportunity now for XCC to move in towards the B-bomb site. No rotation yet because they're too aggressively sitting on that corner. Viking doing the work here. Zin as well, taking down Synoptical and Sinner. And that still will force the rotation in towards that side. That's the B-bomb side open for XTC, and it's only Puffy left with a Deagle, and he's lost right now. He knows that they're sitting in that B-bomb side. There's not much he can do. And a very well executed play.
Oh,
okay, that was not.
kill.
Yeah, that's unexpected. Maybe since just telling Turtles just to calm down. He might be raging, or it might just be an accident.
Well, he might be now after that, eh?
Yeah, might just be an accident. Anyway, 4-1, XCC looking good. And let's have a quick look at the scores here.
Yeah, as the match pause actually comes in, I wonder if Turtle may be timed or something like that. We'd have to see. Anyway, looking at the scores, Spaz on 6 and 2, Viking on 6 and 2. The duo there, the entry players, doing really well for the team at the moment, which kind of reflects in the score on the scoreboard. Zin also the in-game leader doing pretty well right now. On the other side, Hulky's looking best, and of course Hulky's does look best if you've ever seen Hulky's. 4 and 5 on that side, but Puffy at the moment at the bottom with 1 and 5, so he needs to contribute a little bit more. But in the meantime, WOG will be on what is essentially a save. They'll just upgrade some pistols, and we'll see a full buy in the next round. So there should be another one on the board for XTC, as it looks like Turtle has actually dropped.
Yeah.
Turtle has got terrible internet, just by the way, so we could expect a little bit of this at times. Ironic when one considers they're in Telcom Masters, and Masters players have strange internet. How is this possible?
Masters players
Ironic.
have strange internet. No comment. Let's move on.
Ironic. The irony
Yeah.
is real.
Look, I mean,
Um,
I'll be honest here. Just talking about fiber in general, we got guys with fiber out there that struggle. You yourself, you've got fiber
oh,
issues
geez,
with
my fiber sucks cojones, mate. It's terrible.
you know.
I mean, it was off this afternoon. I thought I'd have to come to your house, like a
Yeah.
race off to you to come cast with you. So it's been exceedingly unreliable. I sometimes wish I had ADSL back just because it always stayed on. So
I was actually down for almost 2 days on Friday and a bit of Saturday. Sitting with no internet. So something broke, obviously, on the central point here at the estate. But well, fiber's not all that cut out to be as what people think it
well,
is.
well,
Purely
when it
because
works,
it's
it's glorious, of course.
no,
But
of course, yeah. But I mean, it's still you still face the challenges like you do with ADSL. The only thing is you'll probably get better quality out of fiber purely because it's a new service, new lines, etc. Where ADSL is very old, rusted copper lines, and you can kind of put two and two together and go, hey, okay, well, it makes sense. But anyway, let's hope that all turtles can actually join up. Let's have a little bit of a
spoken like a true network engineer, I just wanted to drop that in for our viewers.
more like 10, but anyway. So
Yeah.
fair.
Okay. So where were you going with this? Come
So
on, lay it on me,
anyway,
Red.
he should just switch to ADSL and get back into the game, I guess, if he's got fiber. But I mean, the termination is different. But anyway, just looking at the current kind of 5 rounds that's happened here, XCC have played a very interesting game. What I noticed in the second round was that rotation, that late rotation from them. As we see, Turtles actually joining back. That late rotation from B to A, they spotted the pick there. They took out lighters here, and that's when they knew, okay, cool, it's go time. They did the late rotation, which was great, and that kind of almost worked so well in their favor because we saw Puffy went back, well, went towards B. So he over rotated, unfortunately, only leaving literally one person in that A bomb site, and that was
Yeah.
really well done from XCC. Good read of the game, and then also WG. Brilliant read on that boxing on B bomb side. I mean, they read that XCC are probably going to take on the B bomb side with guns because they've got the superior weapons, and they boxed it down, close quarters game, and it worked out perfectly. I mean, very well played to them there as well.
Yeah. Of course, they need to do quite a bit more of that, and probably in the gun rounds, which hasn't been happening so far. But XTC's default, as you mentioned, is quite spread out. So they take map control on both sides of the map at the same time. I mean, we've seen them get picks on both sides, and then still rotate opposite to where they've gotten the picks, which is being very tricky. I think it's probably keeping WRG guessing. That's a very interesting mid-round calling coming out of the XTC team. So at the moment, just probing around, 1 minute on the clock, trying to see if they can find an opportunity anywhere. Of course, they are just against pistols, but they don't want to get caught out like they were in that one round that WRG picked up so far. So
Well,
let's see what. Yeah.
something I've noticed now, if you look at Puffy, he's back in the A bomb site. The same with Hulkies and Lighters. That means that they are actually short a man in the B bomb site. Like technically speaking, you should have at least 3 guys in the B bomb site. And as we see them drop in there, Turtle's doing quite well, getting the one frag on Synoptical. That'll open up the B just a little bit more. Sinner being flashed
Ooh,
out there,
perfect flash.
nothing much that he can do there. And XCC literally, it's almost like a ballet. They just waltz in towards the B bomb site. They get the right frags. And Lights is the only one now coming in from window side, managing to pick up the one. But like you said, it's a little bit of intuition we're seeing here from XCC team. Like they are able to kind of dynamically change things up when they've still got a full squad. How they play with just
Absolutely.
3 guys, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'd have to see how the game goes further. But yeah, as you said, you called CS:GO ballet. I'm no longer your friend.
It was a ballet. I'm not saying. Oh,
Yeah, I was just giving you a hard time, mate.
I know.
But yeah, definitely Zin actually sticking around just in case the ninja for some reason would be coming in from Liders. Um,
No.
but yeah, XTC, you can see they're really well drilled on this map. This is of course Cobble week in ESEA, so there'll be plenty more Cobble. I think some of the other casters will also bring you Cobble. Actually, right now, if you head on over to Wham's channel, him and Hayes are doing a couple of the other games.
Yeah, they're
And
starting at 7, if I'm not mistaken. 7 and 8. They've got 2 good games. I did post it on the page there.
oh,
So
I thought it was 6 that they were starting. My apologies. But yeah, they are doing already the WOG Energy game, which should be really great at 8 p.m. So that's going to be really interesting. Meanwhile, what's really interesting is this game, and look at PND actually getting really aggressive here with the teammate going for the trade towards
Wow.
long, and they just truck in running headshot.
Now that
Wow.
was unexpected, and he's cleared up that long side now. So he'll be able to maybe challenge Lighters. Lighters in a spot of trouble. Well, not yet. He's got the backup at least. I was under the assumption he didn't. Well, he's actually... Oh, there we go. So Synoptical actually coming through the smoke. So now he's got some backup in that A-bomb site. Already WRG a man down. Zin now just flirting a little bit there with one of the WRG players, Hulkies. And he's obviously trying to get the pick. If he gets the big shot
See
that...
again here, the situation where they get the pick on the A site and then they've moved the bomb already towards B. It's sort of premeditated how they're playing at the moment. It's very interesting, but Hulkies actually catches the kill there. We're going to see PND getting a kill as well, but gets taken down. And it's a 2v3 now, but Sinner brings it back into a 2v2, and it's really confusing when they're attacking two bomb sites at once.
Good play from Turtles. Knew that Sinner was most likely sitting in that spot still, not really moving. Bomb will go down here, so now it's Lighters. Lighters on the late rotation coming in. He's going to try and pick them off. He should be able to. He's got all the skill in the world to do it. Let's see if he gets it right. He needs to be careful. Doesn't have any utility, although we have got a bit of utility on XCC's side. He's managed to dodge the two flashes, so it's only the smoke grenade he needs to worry about. And Turtle's obviously just sitting right there on the corner, and he'll be able to support and take him down.
Wow.
Good play from XCC here, managing to bring it back just in the nick of time. 6-1, and WRG, well, they've still got a bit of a task ahead of them, looking at that money.
Yeah, expert management of that situation there by Viking and Turtle. Just playing with Lighters there, and he really had no chance with the way they were approaching it. Of course, if one of them peeked it, it could have gone completely different, but excellent map awareness and obviously the communication between the two teammates. They're fairly long-time teammates now. You're going to see yet another save, almost, I guess you could say a partial buy out of WG armor on a couple of players. Viking looking to go farming with their UMP.
Now let's just have a look at the setup here. Viking and Zin always seem to go down towards that mid side. And then the rest of the team...
The counter boost here from XTC. I don't know if you see this towards drop. Meanwhile, Viking gets the kill. But being very smart on this XTC side, they seem to completely have WOG's number at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing quite well. Synoptical, though, manages to keep things to a little bit of a calm here for WG, even though it's a pistol round for them. Sinner in a good position, picks up one. He's going to try and go for the double, and will get taken down. Dropping Zin to quite low HP here, but still, advantage still to the XCC side, although Lighters can be quite a bit of a thorn in the works here.
Roasted to 1 HP, so he's pretty low. Meanwhile, you got Zin on the 3 HP, so weapon advantage very heavily stacked towards XDC, and Turtle's going to find that first kill on Synoptical. Spots the shoulder of Lighters, but Lighters going to back out. Still yet to come in, and as it comes in, Turtle gets another kill there. Currently sitting on a 2k, and he's playing really well this game.
No, he's playing a good defensive play. Well, defensive retake position for the XCC side. He's done it numerous rounds now. Gets into the site, just positions himself, makes sure that he supports the top fraggers, for example, Viking or Spaz, and you know, I mean Zin as well, kind of also being one of the top fraggers of the team, doing a good job. I mean Zin's more of a support player really, AWPer. But
yeah, very very much so at times. I mean, in 2015 he was more of a hard carry for his team, having had more experience than the rest of the players. But right now he's you know, with the influx of skill that they've had, Vikings stepping up so massively as well. You know, as he did in 2015 as well, actually, funny enough. But digressing, as we see the match pause come in, we will see the buy come in from WOG this round, of course, as well. Perhaps Turtle yet again having an internet issue or something.
Something I have to
we shall see.
Something I have to just pick up here. Where's Spartan?
Mm-hmm. Spartan, long gone. He's in what is it? Energy, I think it is, or APG.
Are you
APG.
sure? Because right, sorry, yeah. I'm
Sure, old man.
I'm
Come
getting
on,
confused. Both
Come on.
teams have red in them, black and white in them, so it's kind of Like,
Yeah.
sorry, I thought for a second he was actually playing for. He did play for WRG. You're right,
Yeah, he did
but I just
briefly
kind
towards
of
the end of last year. But
had a bit of a brain dip there. I didn't even think.
yeah. Well, Lighters is the guy who replaced him. So
Yes.
far, Lighters surviving a lot of rounds, but not really having a huge impact on the game. He just seems to be spending his life rotating, which is a shame for him. But XTC would of course want to take him out of the game, being one of the more skilled players. So they're approaching this really well, and you can see that they've got a very good game plan on the map. I mean, at various points in time, XCC have not liked this map. There was for a while in 2015 where it and Overpass was their best map, and Cobble was their second best map. And I had the great fortune in SSG with Holkies as my captain, managing to get the map vetoes wrong enough that we played them in the top 8 at DGC on Cobble and Overpass. So
Hmm.
yeah, 16, 13, 16, 14. Never forget. but
Never forget. Well, that's your own
yep,
personal hashtag there with
yeah,
you and
that
Hulkies
that's
and
my
them.
own personal. It's kind of like NIP fans who go 87-0, never forget, and just keep bringing it up for years and years and years, and like never put it to bed. You know,
Are
that's
you
my own personal version of that.
are you kind of pointing at me for bringing that up? Because I bring that up quite often. 87 and 0.
87-0. I point at
Yeah,
all NIP fans. Like NIP fans live in an alternate universe at times. So
I'm a diehard
um,
Nip fan, but look, I mean,
exactly. I
I've got
mean,
my own theories when it comes to
exactly.
the Nip team as to who they need to replace. I mean, people will
Well, right
say,
now, I mean, it's just nip slips, bro. That's all that's happening. There's
I see what you did there, pretty clever. But talking about lineup changes quickly on the NIP side, I mean, I personally just think it's it's a chemistry thing with that team. That team, no, seriously. I mean, if you look at some of their past performances, which has been up and down, the ups specifically, most of those games or most of those tournaments that they do so well at, they are missing one particular person, and that's Pitt. And to me, still, just personally,
no.
I mean, I might be wrong as
Well,
Hull,
they
but
have won a couple tournaments with Pitt involved, so
yeah,
your argument is already invalid. You horrible diehard Nip fan who's
no,
trying to blame the new guy. Look at you.
I just,
Do you know, they
I've
always
never,
win when they get a new guy for a little bit, and then they sort of go off the boil. I think it's because Forrest gets excited for a little bit, wrecks everybody, and then they go back to him not giving a shit and playing like I don't know Minecraft or something. So
yeah, probably. You're probably more
pulling it
right than
out for
what
you
I
there,
am,
but
but
I'll talk with Prophecy a bit about it in the
no,
next
you will
episode
not.
of Deeper.
Please do not talk to him about that. You could talk to me about the NIP stuff
Him
because
and I
he
agree
just
on a
hates
great
it.
many subjects, and yeah. Anyway, something we can agree on is that XCC are doing really well right now and taking fast long control yet again, actually driving Sinner out of long. So you can see this is part of their game plan to run it occasionally, where they just rush into long and take control away. And WG having to go on the defensive at the moment, pulling back. No kills exchanged at the moment, but a lot of map control gained here for XTC.
Well, look, it is an important buy round for WRG, having to kind of fish out some momentum here. They did very well on that one particular round where they did the whole blocking on B, but after that, it's been pretty close, but it's just not really
Yeah.
kind of
Have you
sealing it
noticed
off.
Turtle is yet to die? 7-0-0. A reverse secret agent.
Have not seen the scores as of yet. I was actually going to show in the next round, but let's see. Does he survive? That's the question now.
Well, no, I've just put the mark of death on him, so get wrecked, mate. Sorry. Commentator's curse incoming.
Yeah,
Or
good
not.
chance. Good chance.
Let's see, but look at the map control that XTC have right now. They could really go anywhere they want to. They seem to have committed towards this B side. They're going to be walking it slowly there on plat, taking their time. It's going to be 30 seconds on the clock, so they're going to need to find their entries. And wow, running it quite low. So
Uh,
see what they're able to do. Yeah, Puffy going to miss the first shot, and in they go. Kills coming here for WRG. 3 for them before Spaz actually replies. And look at this, the cleanup here. Just PND left alive against 3.
yeah, it's up to PND now to try and get the bomb back and try and maybe take a frag. Oh, but that's not the good thing to do. Smoke grenade. I'm not sure what he was doing there. I would have gone for the frags rather. He's got all the skill in the world to clutch, and well, he went for the plant. I guess time was of the essence there for them.
Went for the
So,
money.
yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. But anyway, good play there from WRG. Good defensive positioning. They did box it a little bit more. They had a lot more players in that B-bomb side. And I think XCC, they're going to have to adapt. And if they do adapt, then you know that XCC aren't playing, how do I say that? They're playing very dynamically, specific
Well,
to
they have
this
been
map.
so far. I think there they just left themselves too little time. I mean, if they'd gotten the entries, it would have looked beautiful, kind of SK or like style or whatever, but didn't work out for them. Viking now going in for the refrag, takes down Lighter, so we're in a 4v4 at the moment. And XTC being very efficient with the trade fragging game at the moment, aside from the last round, which seems to be a bit of an anomaly. But of course, I dropped the commentator's a curse on them. But Puffy gonna catch the kill there, and Viking actually had a nade in his hands. I don't quite know what he was doing there.
No, not too sure. Small mistakes being made, but they need to open it up. Good play from Synoptical here. Although he goes down, Panda not checking his right hand side, but we'll get the. Well, that's actually Spaz. Wow, picking up
Oh,
a quick 2K there, swinging it right back in XTC's favor. Sinner, the last one left here. He's going to apply pressure, take down Spaz. Bit of aim duel there, and now it's up to Panda to try and see if he can maybe spot. He spots his opponent, knows where he's sitting. Well, nade won't really do much. He needs to pick up the AK here. He's not spotting his left-hand side. Bit of a problem for him. But he'll
and
get
he
the
gets the
frag.
kill. How?
He gets the
How?
frag. Very well played there from Panda. And
What?
XCC increased the lead 8-2 here. So WG just unfortunate there. Could have picked that one up. And we're moving now
Yeah.
into round 11.
Sorry, man. I lost my shit there a little bit, but I seem to have found it again. That was just like, I mean, Sinner should have had that frag for all money, 32 HP on PND, and he had the advantage. But PND proving to be clutch as he always is. Virtue now in a tough situation yet again. XTC looking really good. And I'd say for Virtue after this round, they're kind of in the situation where they need to take every round for the rest of the half to actually make it possible. Nate doesn't quite work out there for Lighters, but he's going to push up.
Interesting push here on the pistol round from WLG. And, might work out for them. Lida's managing to get the one. He backs off. He's got a deagle again. Does he get himself the second? No, he's got the backup there from Hulky. So he picks up... almost getting all the spares with the deagle. Picks up a gun. Quickly swings it towards Hulky's here. And, well,
His teammate there.
decides to stab his teammate. Not entirely sure why, but obviously he needs to get out of there because he'll get picked off. But now
Yeah,
XCC...
Spaz really needed the refrag there, though. I mean, that should have been an easy frag for him, but not able to get it. And this AWP in the hands of Hulkies could actually be quite dangerous. Look at this position from Sinner now, and he's actually going to get the kill. Gets the bomb as well. Is he going to get the second? No, Synoptical picks it up, but now just Spaz left alive and in a really difficult situation here.
Wow,
Oh!
good turnaround from Spaz. They're picking off Lighters, but still, he's got no HP. 3 WRG members waiting for him. I don't think he's going to make it. He can try, but it's not going to be good enough. Tries to challenge Sinner there. Needs to be ultra careful right now. There's so many WRG players just waiting for him. He does spot the one player there, Synoptical, but he's going to probably have to back off. I mean, times are the essence here. He's only got 18 seconds. And Sinner just needs to just plant one bullet through, and that will be the end of him. But maybe he can clutch.
It was 5 seconds?
Nah, it looks like he's got to back off rather. Good idea. Rather keep the gun. He won't be able to pick on.
Not that he needs the money, really. Oh, actually, he does need the money. He's on 1600. What am I saying? So actually, he did need to keep the gun. Never mind. Let's have a look at the scores quickly.
Yeah, so having a look at the WRG side, we got Hulkies and Sinner both actually Synoptical and Lighters all with 7 and 8 respectively. Only Puffy not really picking up any at the moment, but look, he is the AWP of the side, so it is kind of expected for him to be low on the frags, but it's not that low in my opinion. And then looking on SCC side, we see good play from PND, Spaz, Turtle, pretty much the entire team, all picking up frags respectively, backing each other up, playing a very good game of CS here. And now moving into round 12. Let's see if they can penetrate the WRG team. They've got at least majority rifles in hand. Moving.
I'd hit that, bro. I mean, I definitely hit this team. Just saying. But anyway, Zin with the Tech 9. So not the fullest of full buys that they're going to have, and they don't have the AWP. So they're looking to take some drop control. Meanwhile, Zin and Viking actually towards that long area. Zin now changed up his position quite a bit, so he might catch them off here. He's going to catch the first play, gets Zin, and nearly catches off Viking. Actually takes him down there, so really good play from Zin. Changing up things. Meanwhile, Hulky's on the other side, actually getting a kill as well. So just 2 players left alive for XDC this early on in the round, with 50 seconds odd left in the round.
I would expect XCC to use their utility a little bit more. Just looking at how much utility they've got, and Spaz now lurking around here. It's up to him or Turtle to try and become the heroes of the XTC side. He's obviously not sure if he's going to try and chase out Hulkies there. He does notice no one is waiting it out, but Puffy there, and there we go. WG locking them down, not losing a single member. Very well played there from them. And that'll pick up their rounds now to 4. So we've got sitting on 8-4 right now. XCC still looking pretty good. And WG now slowly but surely starting to gain traction moving into round 13.
Yeah, WOG needed that round. It's helped stabilize the economy a little bit. I mean, they're still in a little bit of danger right now, but they shouldn't lose this round to XTC, considering the lack of a buy on the XTC side. And I think that was the dream scenario for WOG. This is where they could potentially get back into this. I mean, potentially it should be 5 as we see the kills flying in there.
Well, it was a bit unfortunate for Puffy and Lighters as well.
Whoa.
Actually, both being caught with grenades in hand. And we see Viking picking up an AWP, knocking down the one. And now they're moving in towards the A bomb site. Now it's Synoptical here with the AK-47. He's going to defend it off. He gets himself one. He's going to have to go and just play it patiently. He needs to be careful of Zin. Zin's actually on top of him here with a pistol. Pulls off the one frag. Gets the return here, and look at this, PND right behind him. It's a one-on-one, and this might just work out for Panda, and it does. And XTC pick up another round. So, oof, I think WOG just dropped that one a little bit there. And I know exactly why. Puffy, when he spotted them with the AWP, he pulled out the grenade and he spotted them, and he had to back off, and they rushed him with pistols. He managed to get one frag, but then he got taken down and they dropped the AWP. The same with Lighters. Lighters gets the one frag, backs off, and then gets caught with the grenade in hand again. And that's just really unfortunate for WOG at that given time. They would have easily taken the round.
Through middle, just rushing through smoke then. Lighters actually gets the 2 kills, 3k somehow. But gets taken down by Vikings. Sorry to interrupt you there, but that was just a little bit of insanity coming out of XDC. I don't know why they were doing that, but I guess they felt that it would work out for them. But now at the numerical disadvantage. So WRG continues to surprise. The rounds that they should win, they don't win. And the ones that they probably shouldn't, considering what their buy was looking like, is looking quite possible for them. But of course, I may have just laid ye old commentator's curse on them yet again.
Well, look, I think XCC banked on them maybe just doing a boxing on B because there's a bit of an eco round maybe at play, but WG Lights is doing very well there with that 3k, and Zin's the last one left here, so he's in a spot of trouble, as we would expect. He's got the bomb though, and we'll pick up the one frag here, but it's a 3-on-1 situation right now, and I don't think he's got, well, if he goes that way, he might have the chance, but I think WG have this covered, should have this covered at least.
Yeah, they're not moving at all. They're staying rooted to their site at the moment. And Puffy would have heard that drop right now. So they're going to know where he is. Or they should. Kind of weird that the rotation comes in now. So he's going to try to get the first kill here. But he turns at the wrong time. Timing doesn't work out for him. Sinner takes him down. And Zin erased there. So it's another round on the board there for WOG. And they're going to need this last round to actually make a game of it here. If they can get 6, it actually works out to be a pretty decent CT side on this map. So XCC going to force into it, of course, being the last round. And I think this round is really going to tell a lot about how the second half will go. Because whoever gets it is going to be in the prime position going into the next half, potentially.
Yeah, let's see. Puffy will be under pressure. He gets the one frag. Needs to back off immediately. Otherwise, it'll be tickets for him. Because they are charging down that area with pistols. So close combat would prevail. And we can see Zin, though, just flirting around. Well, look at how aggressively Sinner is sitting here in the spot. He's going to...
This is some get-right stuff, man. I think Spaz might spot him out as soon as this smoke actually dissipates. Sees his shoulder and takes him down.
That's only Sinner there. He's got no backup, so maybe we'll play from XCC managing to just secure one. Puffy doing the work though on the A bomb site, getting himself a 2k. But here we go. Now Zin's the only one with, well, not with the rifle per se, but they all seem to pick him up. But Synoptical bounces back for the team here. So now it's Turtle taken down. Puffy all of a sudden unleashing the beast here. And Zin with a 2k there in quick succession. And now All of a sudden, another one-on-one scenario here. Puffy's got the AWP, so he should get the easy shot. Oh, he takes out the grenade, and once again, another WRG fault. This not something that you should ever do. And I guess it's always timing. Oh, a grenade coming out again, and Sin will pick up the 10th round for XTC. It's so unfortunate. That could have been WRG's round, but, well, it is what it is. 10-5 going into the half. And XTC played a good game, and I'll give it to WRG as well. They made some very basic mistakes, which would have completely turned the rounds around, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, potentially. I got to commend Zin there with that 3K clutch at the end, because it was actually 3v1 at the point that he started his clutch. Which is, well, actually, sorry, I do apologize. It wasn't 3v1, it was 2v1 at the time. But I mean, again, not fancied for being the one of the more skilled guys on the lineup in terms of the ability to clutch, but he does it, makes it happen. And don't know what we're watching at the moment. This should be half time, but it almost feels like it's the knife round for the way this. I mean, the pistol round for the way it's going. So, is this the pistol round? Are we talking of the pistol round? Am I confused?
No.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that
They
was just like
they were
really,
jumping on cars and all that, and that's when
Really,
you just like,
that
nah.
tilted me because I was like, if they just did that in a pistol round, then like I give up the airs basically, because I was just like, I was so fixated on the previous clutch. I was just like, my mind can't take this. Of course, I'm sure your minds can take this, dear viewers, because this is a great game. XTC versus WOG. It's of course ESEA, and it's going to be the pistol round. So XTC with all the advantages at the moment, and WOG going to need to find themselves an entrance, and it looks like the entrance of choice is going to be that A-bomb site. There's going to be a battle towards long any second.
Yeah, here we go. XTC trying to get the frags. They only get one, and dropping 2 players there. Look at this aggressive play now from them here, actually taking down Sinner, trying to rotate in towards the A-bomb side. Spaz is still around here, though, so you can maybe make it work with his P2000. Oh, gets taken down. Now it's a little bit tough for XTC on the retake here. Let's see if they can do it. They can. They got Zin and PND both full on HP with half armor, so let's see if they can
The
sneak
position
in.
from Hulkies is quite fiendish here, because they're going to have to clear him out if they can get that far, but it doesn't look like they're going to get that far. Just PND left alive. Taking the fight right now, 21 HP, and it looks pretty impossible for him right now.
Yeah, good round for WRG here. Although PND managing to pull back one, he's going to try and go for another. Lights is quite low in the HP, but times are the essence, and they're just going to wait it out. He'll get the shot, but just not good enough. And the clutch master for XTC, as you can see, he can do it, but he just didn't have enough time there. So good round for WRG there, 6-10. And now moving into the second round of the second half here. And XTC, well, I would just go for a straightforward save. No buys, no nothing. And just box out of sight.
It looks like they're going to actually listen to you there. It was interesting looking at the previous round. If Hulkies had stayed in the corner there and it had been a bit of a protracted battle and maybe had come down to like a 1v1 with decent HP on P&D, position that he had is actually quite powerful in that you really have to push into that position to actually clear him. It's kind of like Dark Corner on Inferno or something. It's a little bit more open, obviously, but from the angle that they were coming from, it would have been that way. So I think either way, even if they'd gotten the kills fairly easily, it every likelihood that they wouldn't have won it just with that little detail.
Yeah.
But of course, the WG going to be trying to farm up some money now with these UMPs and the Mac 10 in the hands of Hulkies. And playing quite slowly in terms of their setup at the moment.
Yeah, very slowly. It looks like they're going to focus on the A-bomb site. Yeah, just moving in at a very, very slow pace. Just kind of checking the corners, being all sneaky. And look at that. There's a box happening. Right now, XTC have got a number of players trying to challenge them. They haven't managed to get the one frag. Oh, there we go. Turtle's picking up at least one, but WG kicks back with 3. And you can see Hulky's also in a very good position to take down Viking on the back defense. Turtle's still alive, but he'll get naded out there. And WG will pick up the second round, only losing 1 player, so kudos to them.
Yeah, approached pretty well. Of course, they ran into a stack, but they ran into a stack with very weak weapons. So, look at this. Actually, XTC buying up now. You know, I thought they would maybe go for the double save, but they're going to buy now, and it's almost a bit of a surprise buy. So let's see if this throws WOG virtue, or if they take this in stride, so to speak. So again, going for their same default.
It might actually.
Yeah, it would take me a little bit by surprise. So let's see if the professionals are surprised. They've got somebody boosted up on tree there. So interesting position. Spaz now takes a nade,
But look at
but
Panda.
no.
No, Panda's not going to do it. He's not going to back off. Would have worked out for him.
But there's the mid control here for the WOG guys. They're going to cross the door. The Noctical actually going to take the fight here with Viking or not? He does. He backs right into Viking, and Viking takes him down pretty easily in the end. So I think that's going to tell WOG now that there is some kind of buy in the hands of XTC. So they're going to know to be careful. But what kind of buy it is yet, may not quite know. It could be pistols or anything at the early stage of the game. But of course, P&D with that full rifle that they're going to be running into, and only Lighters actually has an AK here. So could very well go the way of XTC depending on how this site breach turns out, which it does seemingly intend to be B.
Look at the use of utility. Zin actually being very, very, very on song with the use there. Hasn't. Oh, there we go. He's popped it in now, so that's going to damage him just a little bit, and he's used it quite well. He's kind of like stopped the ambush just a little bit, and here we go, moving into the site. WOG just seeming too strong right now, and there Panda picking up a quick 2K, the same at Turtles with one, and the lockdown there for XTC. Good surprise buyer.
Yeah, very, very fiendish decision there from Zin and the boys. It would have taken me by surprise as well. Of course, Virtue still got the money to buy up here, so they're going to buy in with the AKs. And XTC not out of the woods yet. If you look at their buy is still fairly weak. Early days yet for the economy. So Virtue do have the opportunity here to potentially reset the XTC team and maybe pile a few rounds on the board. But a change of pace coming in. Puffy actually pushing out quite early.
Yeah, let's see how it'll work out. Spaz waiting here with the Mag 7. And there is some defensive play from Zin and Turtle. They both have got FAMAS rifles. It's gonna leave a bit of a mark. Re-smokes all over the place, so the use of utility pretty good from both ends.
Yeah.
Ooh, Viking, he'll get taken down on that long side, but there's the trade. Good play from Panda there, managing to take down Synoptical. And we've also got Sinner that's quite low on the HP, so not too sure if he's going to be able to kind of change it up here for them. And look at this, Spaz also just waiting for Lighters and them to drop here. He's playing a very, very patient game. He's not moving away just yet. He might move away any given moment now, because I think WG are setting up for a very late drop push here. Looking at where that bomb's situated, might actually go towards the A-bomb site. There we go. Some nades coming in. Bang, that's one. Oh, he doesn't get the second, but he does manage to drop one. And now WG moving in towards the B-bomb site. They need to be ultra careful here. Puffy doing well, getting one, but Zin still waiting it out. Oh, getting smacked right through the chicken coop. And that's a bit of a problem. Now, P&D, the clutch master for XTC. Does he pull it off? He's coming around on the right angle here. Potential right angle. Spots the one. Needs to be careful of the chicken coop, but does spot Hulky's there. And Hulky's under pressure right now. 76 HP. Does not know where Panda's sitting. Or he does. He peeks. And gets taken down. So very good play from Panda there. Aggressive. He didn't actually give Hulkies much time to think on what to do. And I think that's what kind of gave him the edge there. So, well, 12-7 here, and WG could have taken that round. Just unfortunate for them.
Yeah, 3K on Panda as well. So I mean, he's really stepped up on the CT half, sitting on 20 and 12 now. If we have a look at the scoreboard, and generally across XCC, fairly even aside from Panda, and WOG as well, fairly even on the frag. So it's just Panda making the difference seemingly at the moment, and what a difference it has been in the last couple of rounds. So force by here, and look at PND pushing up early with the aggression, takes down Hulkies, and gonna do more damage, goes back for more.
Ooh, gets the 2K. Gets the 2K, so he's done his job, and now XTC needs to be careful. As Puffy takes down Zin with a very good headshot here. There's the backup from Lighters. And now they're moving in towards the side. Look at Spaz here. Oh my word, he's got himself a little bit of a... Oh, but he's showing...
Though, and he gets taken down.
No, just
Ooh.
unfortunately not good enough. But look at Turtles here. He's got one more battle to face, and he'll get it. A 3K right in the end there from the support player, picking up another one. And, well, gee, that was a quick round. That actually could have gone WRG's way, but just unfortunate when you get some individual skill like Panda and Turtle. They both just worked so well on the end there.
Despite Panda's heroics there at the beginning, it could have very easily, as you said, gone to WRG. But geez, the pulls on the man just pushes down into middle there and almost gets the spray down. I mean, an alternate universe version of that, he sprays down 4 guys and it's GG's basically.
Once again, another bit of a battle happening on the long A side. So they managed to get 2 frags here, WG, but now they're aggressively moving in towards the side, opening up opportunities, but they didn't spot Turtles. Turtles needs to be careful. He gets himself the 1 and make that a 2. And he's going to try and go for Lighters now. Low on the HP, but Lighters still alive here. He's going to spray them down. He gets the support from Sinner, and all of a sudden, it's up to Spaz with a Mag 7 and a
Oh, that's
P250.
going to be difficult.
Can he do it? He has to sneak in. He might get it right if he's a little bit daunting, but he's not going to spot. Does he spot Sinner on the corner? Oh, Sinner spots him, but he gets away with it. He's going to engage, but not good enough. And there we go. WOG manages to get himself another round here, 13-8. And this game's actually turning out to be pretty good now.
Yeah, WG turning on the speed in the last couple of rounds, just going fast, and it seems to suit them better. I mean, if you look at the way they play when they're playing slow, it seems to give XDC all the time to rotate and almost play with them in a way. But when they turn on the speed, it really seems to work in their favor. So let's see what they're going to do now. Again, playing with some aggression towards that B side of the map, but it seems like they've slowed their default a little bit, maybe deciding not to get ahead of themselves. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is pretty close right now, and of course, considering PND and his mates don't really have any proper weapons, should be around in the bag here for WRG.
Light is doing all the work there, just making sure that that rotation doesn't come in from behind. And WG now sneakily moving in towards the A, or sorry, the B-bomb site, and Puffy picking up Viking quite comfortably there. No real issue for him. Spazins in left here with no guns in hand. And Synoptical's just going to turn away, but maybe not in the nick of time. Maybe he'll spot him still. Oh, Zen might just get himself a nice little easy frag shot here. Look at this. Just leaving him. Takes the quick one. Gets the gun. Needs to be careful because Sinner is waiting with an AK-47. Will knock him down. 13-9, and the rounds get closer. Or the deficit gets closer. Let's have a look at the scores quickly.
Sure, and well, we got Lighters on the WOG side with the 20 kills, so doing well for his team at the moment. Everybody else fairly even, just Hulky's lagging behind a little bit for some reason. But other side, we've got PND again, continuing his good form with 22 and 15, and everybody else looking in quite even. So all to play for at the moment. What we're playing for, well, it's probably money at the end of the day. But right now, it's about fame and glory. Wrecking their opponents, and look at Viking wrecking his opponents towards long there. He's gonna get the 1 kill.
Oh, what
he comes
support!
in there as well.
What support from Panda there, right in the end,
Look
coming
at
in.
Hulky's here with the lurk.
But that's where they get caught. Peony's got himself a rifle now, but there we go. That's good trade-off there from Hulkies at least. You know, managing to get. He picks up the second one there. So he's restored balance. He'll get himself a third.
So from a potentially dangerous situation there for WRG, it seems like it was brought back. And as I say, that commentator's curse then gets Hulkies after his 3K, and it's a 2-on-2. But weapon advantage still very much here with the WRG side. Can the 1D come in here for Turtle? Nope, not just yet.
Now look at Zinnia. He's trying to just pop ahead with a CZ, which is nearly impossible to do. But he can come in with a bit more.
Well,
bit more firepower specifically. There's a bit of a boost stack here, and wow, good spray down from Sinner. Picks up another 2 on the end there, and WG finally get into double figures here, 13-10. Looks like they've upped their game since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, definitely looking better than they did, and I think also the change of pace there, as I was mentioning previously, seems to have worked against XCC. I'll be interested to see now on this proper gun round for both sides what we actually see coming out. AWP on both sides, Zin with the AWP in hand, and Puffy on the WOG side. And he's going to go for a peek towards that B flat area, pushing up quite far and quite aggressively. So he may possibly catch out Zin, yeah, if Zin decides to push it. But it looks like Zin's going to be fairly passive on the other side and so chicken coop. So we're going to see a slow default, and hopefully somebody's going to find a pick in the next few, well, seconds, I guess. Gonna...
Yeah. And this buy round, also important for WOG. Just need to focus on getting into the site, getting the bomb down, and securing it. Right now, XTC 3 rounds ahead here. And this is quite interesting to see this little bit of a step up right now from Synoptical and Sinner. They are obviously gathering the right information and just sending it through to the rest of the team saying, hey, hold on, guys. There we go. Sinner managing to get hold of P&D, but look at this. There's the trade immediately from Vikings. So
This
that,
position in mid, yeah.
yeah, it still causes a bit of problem because he's not aware of Synoptical being on his left-hand side. Unless he peeks, he's not going to. And there we go. WG winning the battle there actually on the A-bomb side, forcing the rotation now for XTC and opening it up in towards the B-bomb site. Here we go. Lighters with the entry frag. And now can Turtle back it all? Well, supply some sort of resistance here for XTC. Lighters putting him under pressure. He switches the gun around, and that's not going to work for him. Spaz, the last one left here for XTC. He knows about the loop around, gets the shot, goes for the 2K, picks it up, and now it's time for the youngster to maybe clutch here for XTC. Can he get it right? Oh, not good enough. The experience.
So close. Look at the HP on the other side.
Madness. 13 to 11. Absolute madness.
There's a really good Muse song about that.
What madness?
You like your rock and roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go look it up. It sounds like Queen, but it isn't, basically. But yeah, talking about Queens and Kings, well, WOG showing that they're kings of Cobble in the last few rounds. And look at this rush out of mid coming out, trying to catch some players off, but actually Spaz gets the kill, yeah. I don't see it working out for them. They're going to get sprayed down, and Synoptical there with the 2K. So Nick cleans it up quick and easy there for the WOG Virtue side. And it's going to be 13-12 with the buy coming in for XTC. So it's getting a bit close. I didn't expect it to get this close. I don't know how you were feeling.
Yeah, no, neither was I. But okay, let's look. I have to focus on the gun buy here because this is important. Look at all the utility on both sides. They need to use their utility as much as possible going into this round. Either side, whoever wants to take it. The one that uses their utility the most efficiently and the most intellectually, like, will actually walk away with the round here. But let's have a look and see the spread right now. Again, kind of a default spread from WOG. Just waiting on XCC to maybe make the move first and show some sort of aggression. We have got Zin watching that alongside with the AWP. He needs to be careful. Two guys rush him. He's only going to pick up the one. There's a bit of aggression happening on that mid side from PND, and he's got backup from Viking, but Viking has moved now towards the B bomb side. Let's see what happens with PND. He gets himself the one frag. He needs to hold the angle. Yeah, he's going to go for the second. He picks it up, and so important right now for XTC. Picking up that 2K and opening up the A bomb site here for themselves. Of course, they don't know, but we'll see a bit of breach play coming into effect shortly from WOG. Already indicating with a little bit of grenades or a little bit of utility being thrown there. Here we go. They're flashing into the site now. Lights is the first one to come in. Can he get himself the entry frag? He's being flashed out and now under pressure from Turtles. Look at this. Turtle is picking up a 2K. Gets the support from Viking, and it's a shutdown from the XTC team. And WOG now not in the spot of trouble just yet. They got the bucks to buy.
Yeah, they got the bucks to buy, but that's the round that XTC needed. If WOG had won that round, I'd almost certainly say that it would be 14 all before there's any opportunity for XTC to reply. In fact, it might have been a double save for them at that point. So yeah, XTC needed that badly. WOG now in the situation where they're backed against the wall from a money point of view, so they need this rather desperately to stay in this game because, of course, XTC do have the rounds in the bag. Look at that, the wallbang coming in there, actually knocking Viking down to 15 HP from Puffy, and he's continuing to go for it. So, Synoptical meanwhile takes down Zin, and Puffy gonna walk in here. I thought he was gonna go for the no scope, but PND again just proving how strong he is. Gets the kill, and he's gonna rotate fast behind the WOG side. So this is gonna be really interesting if you can catch them off here.
Well, he knocks back Sinner there. And WOG are just falling bit by bit right now as the retake comes into effect. But here we go. Hulkies with a 2K puts them on a 1-on-1 situation. But it is against the Clutch Master. PND, and oh, the odds are stacked against him. He's half HP. Oh my word, he's got no utility, and PND's got everything right now going for him, yeah. And
And he
how?
flashed himself, of course, which was what we were laughing at, I think. But
But
playing quite
he's
slowly now. I mean, he should have known where PND was just based on where his teammate died. But he's probably going to get shot on the cross here. Somehow doesn't, which is surprising. PND, don't know how he didn't actually catch him there. But CS is a game of timings as the plant comes in. So we're going to see 1v1 on the speed bomb site. And he actually goes for the plant and then changes his mind. So Hulky's freewheeling it at the moment and doesn't seem too worried about his opponent there. Finally spots him out.
well, he's put himself in a good position here, but Panda's coming in very, very quick and knows he is sitting on the angles, but doesn't know that he's actually on that box. He's going to go for a sneaky defuse. Nope, he's going to actually just watch it out. Oh, but he does spot Hulky's there, and oh my word.
Oh,
So unfortunate. Hulky's probably should have just sat behind that wall rather. And his ass was sticking out, so it's a bit unfortunate there for him. 15 to 12, and I think that's pretty much it, really. Pause
yeah, I
coming
think
in.
we've lost the player, so we'll see the pause coming in. So I should probably message Hulkies and tell him to get back into gym because his ass was sticking out. Is that an accurate summation there? Is this something I should say to a 120-kilogram former rugby player?
Yeah, I think you should.
You think I should? Yeah, well, he likes me allegedly sometimes. So we shall see. But what I think we will see here is potentially XTC taking this game away from WOG. It's just Counter Strike is a game of small percentages at times, small little bits of timing that go your way or go awry, and you can see just for WOG, there's so many times coming into those 1v1 situations, and seemingly it's PND Panda who just comes out on top every time for XTC. I think if the clutches had gone a little bit differently at certain points in this game, Virtue might have already won this. But right now, XTC in the driver's seat, and got to say they're looking pretty strong. The only thing is, of course, WOG with that bomb plant do have a buy. That's going to be a weaker buy than XTC, but it's enough of a buy to potentially prolong this game and potentially take it to overtime.
Yeah. Well, guys, just to quickly let you know, we are running a little bit behind. So once we've finished up here, we'll be going into the Bravado vs APG game, which is at 7 p.m. But it's already 7 p.m. So we'll probably just switch to that immediately. We'll have like a quick 2-second break, just to grab some orders, etc., and then take you through the third and final map for this evening. For some of you guys that also want to watch the other games, you can go to twitch.tv/Wampy. I did post it earlier. They are covering 2 games this evening. I think it's Damage Control versus Mythic, and of course Energy Sports versus WRG. So those are 2 really good games also just to kind of watch out for. But otherwise, guys, thank you very much for joining the stream this evening. I'm Burning Red, and Extremes joining me as per usual. Please subscribe to our channel. We want to change the name to something reasonable. That is the only reason why we want subscribers. But otherwise,
Can we change the name literally to something reasonable? Just to troll for a little bit. I want to do that. Can we do that?
as long as I can change it afterwards,
Okay, that's
yes.
the prize, guys. If we're allowed to change the name more than once, we will first change the name to something reasonable CS. So
Yeah.
please subscribe to the channel. We need to get over 100 SACS goals. #SACS goals.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with goals of the player, of course. I'm talking about goals. And look at WOG here, tracking in super fast into this bomb site. Completely getting wrecked by flashes there, but in they go nonetheless, and they're going in for these kills.
Yeah, Spaz, though, knocking the first one down. He tries to go for the spray down. Zin also doing work here with the AWP, but he's in chicken coop behind enemy lines and doing the work here. Oh, he doesn't get the scopeless, but well played from WRG, managing to clear out the site. PND coming in aggressively from behind, tries to take down Synoptical. Synoptical, though, just kind of dancing a little bit on that staircase now. I think he picked up the bomb, which he did. Yep. And he's going to... I don't know, is he going to try and go for the shot on PND here? It's a very dangerous thing to do. PND knows he's under a lot of pressure, but he gets a possible lineup. My word, but look at this. Viking now has got his number on Hulkies, and Hulkies is the last one left here, and let's hope he doesn't stick his butt out like he did in the previous round. He's running as fast as he can towards that A-bomb site. Vikings just kind of taking a chill pull right now and waiting for him to come back. But I think he'll notice and go, oh wait, well, look at this. He hasn't moved, and Hulkies is now potentially, yeah, no, he's moving back towards that B-bomb site, which is
Going for
really,
the fake.
yeah, he's sniffed
Ooh.
out the fake somewhere.
But
I don't know.
he's got the 3K. I mean, he has to basically get the 4K to get this, and mind gaming his opponent. But I think mind gaming himself here, as he's going to get shot in the back by Viking. Viking playing it very carefully, so he'll get the kill, and he will. So that's the shutout, 16-12 here to XTC, and XTC coming good in the end. It was so close on some of those rounds, and I think P&D was the real difference maker for his team. XTC do take it in the end, and what a great game of South African CS:GO there.
Yeah, well played to XCC, and unfortunate for WOG, they could have taken that one. In my opinion, I think they could have won that one. Maybe a 16-12, reverse scores, etc. But anyway, guys, look, we're going to just have a quick 2-minute break from our side. Then we're going to roll on towards Bravado versus Aperture. We might miss the first couple of rounds, but please stay tuned. We will be taking you through that match shortly. Right, so it looks like we are in the thick of things here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Esea, and it's the final map of Cobble that we'll be casting this evening. Bravado and Aperture have already started, unfortunately. Scores are 1-1, as we can see Bravado taking on the T side, and Aperture on the CT side, of course. So, Mr. Mike, Extremes, are you with me?
Yep.
Kicking
Absolutely.
and alive?
So, yeah, I'm quite, yeah, absolutely. And BVD are here too in this A-bomb site, tracking in now. This is, of course, the third round. They won the second round force buy after APG got that first pistol round and elusive there, taking down custom. So that's going to be the bomb plant for them, and Aperture on the force buy now. 3 players left alive and going to be trying to retake, but I think with the smoke, it might be a little bit too late for them already.
I'll just have a look here. Bombs down, Bravado now just kind of sitting in the site, and it will be the first time that we see the new Bravado lineup with JT. And
Linus did
Fady.
cast the game before as well, which I did make sure to watch. I know you were busy, but
I'm talking about a game.
Officially casted game.
I'm talking about a game we've casted, we've seen.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we're seeing Bravado here. So, look, at the moment Bravado will pick up their second round here. So we've joined a little late, of course, because of the intense previous game, and score 2-1 right now. Let's have a look at the players' scores here at the moment, and just looking at it as it stands, we've got JT and Elusive sitting quite high up there, even Detching also with 2 frags respectively, and then Convict and Maniac picking up frags. It is round 4, and there is an eco in place now for the Aperture side.
Yeah, I still got armor on a couple of the players, 3 players in fact, so managed to save that from the previous round. And Bravado now going in, Detrini getting that first entry there, so putting down Maniac and opening up the bomb site potentially. It seemed like Aperture were mostly stacked towards that A site, so expecting something there, and the gamble not paying off at the moment. So this stage, going to be trying to find some exits or maybe recover a gun or two. Otto, of course. Oh, that flash just going past his head. There's getting the first kill, but getting taken down pretty easily in the end. But somehow the kills are flying in here for Aperture Gaming, and it's actually a 3v2 as the bomb has just been planted.
Yeah, they got some guns in hand now, and Custom will come in from the door side, as we can see. But Sonic will be under a bit of pressure here with the Galil. And he's got JT around the corner. He gets a quick headshot on Custom, and JT in the right position with a spray down will pick up 2. And Bravado will increase their lead here, 3-1, going into round 5.
That nearly went pear-shaped for Bravado there. Just somehow that flash going just a little bit too far through window then, and giving Zio an opening and allowing his teammates to come in there and support and potentially take that away from Bravado. But Bravado, JT and Sonky, easy for Sonky, easy for JT, I guess. 3-1 at the moment, and we're going to see the buy coming in from Aperture here, but no AWP, of course. So Detrony with the AWP in hand, so it seems like he is the designated AWP for the side. After, of course, they did say at the beginning of the season that that would be falling to JT. So yes, after some practice, that has changed.
Well, it really depends on the side and the map that they're obviously playing on. Maybe majority is still JT, but Detrony is preferred to play the AWP on Cobble on T side. We don't know.
I don't know. Zero Chance told me this has changed, and I believe what he says. So
Okay.
because
Oh, that's
you
good.
don't argue with Zero Chance, man. You know it's not possible.
He's an old-timer like us, but one hell of a player still.
Yeah,
Moving.
one hell of a player indeed, and one hell of a leader. And Elusive actually finding some ground towards this A bomb site. Despite not finding anything in terms of kills yet, but I think the engagement is going to come any second here as BVD are looking towards this B bomb site most heavily, and Detrony destroys Zio there as they come in the bomb site. But they're actually going to slow down. They're not going to push behind it, and I think it's based on the ground that Elusive has found towards that A bomb site as he's edging up here. This position Spartans in here might catch Elusive off, but Spartan's going to get greedy pushes and actually gets taken down by Elusive. So he's got the bomb site for free now, and Bravado going to be rotating in here. So Aperture in the situation now 3v5 where they almost certainly need to save these weapons.
Oh, Convict's going to burn out.
Oh,
And
roast convict sounds delicious.
that's him out of the picture, unfortunately. And look at this, Bravado got the frag there, and immediately they went straight for the A bomb site. They knew that there were a lot of players sitting on the B bomb site here. And look at this, Fady already,
right now.
and getting the number of shots. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said there.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying they're on the hunt right now. So I do apologize. It seemed like they immediately went chasing after the Aperture players to deny them any weapons, which usually you see teams play that a little bit slow, but Bravado smelling blood in the water like a shark, I guess.
Yeah, and we see obviously Sonic here with these cool-looking purple gloves. I forgot that they've got the whole glove thing going now for CS:GO.
Purple gloves, but no weapon skin on the M4. Of course, he picked that up off a corpse, so that's not his fault for not styling like he usually does.
Looking into round 6 here, and what's quite funny is that WG have got 4 guys sitting on this B bomb site expecting some sort of resistance there, and now only Convict moving back in towards the A bomb site. We got Spartan though kind of looking on that long, and Bravado now just trying to edge away and get maybe a pick. It is an eco round, of course, and I think that's why. Just trying to box in the site a little bit more as Bravado now set
Maniac
up
with
to
the
move
Zeus.
in.
Want to see the Zeus happen, man. Want to see it. People have bought it so many times in the last couple of games, but we haven't seen it actually being used. So hope there's some Zeus action.
Oh, look at this. A couple of flashes moving in here. Oh, and he misses the shot. But anyway, JT gets the frag there. So moving in towards... Wow! Look at that from Custom. What a flick. 1D coming out of the woodwork there, opening it up. And, well, although his team's losing this round, he's done the damage, really. Just knocking Elusive off his feet. Moving pretty much across the plateau side. And now we've got Convict and Spartan left here, just trying to see what they can do or what they can conjure up, and not much, to be honest. JT, though, will get taken down. Good support play from Convict here. He'll try and grab the gun, but not good enough. Sonic will take him down. 5-1 here. Bravado Gaming looking very strong right now, economically as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, going to see Convict picking up the AWP here. We've seen through the games that we've casted I know you said WRG. I think you said it in the previous round as well at one point. So, but yeah, APG. There's a G
APG.
in the name, so
I
it's
did.
confusing. APG. They've got Convict on the AWP, and that's interesting to see because we also saw Zeo and Custom at various points on other maps AWPing. So, see what happens, yeah. But Spider playing a lot faster than is customary for them, and they're getting quite aggressive. Beatty in position to take the frag, but actually doesn't get it. Meanwhile, Maniac getting the kill towards drop on JT. It's gonna roast though. That's roast Maniac. Tasty, Mr. Brown.
Some plays coming out here from Elusive, taking down the Danger Man. Spartan opening up that long side. Now, Bravado have choices here. They can continue to move in towards that B-bomb side, or they can quickly rotate into A like we saw in the previous rounds. So it's really just up to them to try and conjure up an idea or think of an idea what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to stick for B. Slowly moving in. We have got Detri now backed up by Fady with the AK-47. Just getting their utility ready now with the smokes. But look at this. This will work in their favor. Zeo's the only one here in kind of the drop room, really. You might be able to just pick up a frag or two. There's the drop coming in. Oh, only gets hold of Sonic, but Fady with good support play trades him out. And now it's Custom and Convict. Custom, of course, with the M4A4 here. But more bullets than the M4A1S.
Elusive playing the hard lurk and hoping to catch rotation. He's not going to catch anybody rotating, but he is certainly going to come in for the backstab here. So he needs to probably hurry up his progress a little bit as Custom actually gets the first kill there on Fady, and it's a 2v2 at the moment. They're not going to know where Elusive is, but they certainly do know where Detrony is, and he's going to go down any second. Backstab comes in now. Elusive actually gets the kill there. It's just Custom in a very difficult situation, but he gets the headshot. And Elusive doesn't have a lot of HP here. Is he going to try to stick it?
Oh, he does.
Elusive gets it.
Good composure play there from Elusive.
I didn't have any composure left myself there. I just had to stop talking. I was like, okay, what's going on? This is getting a bit crazy. But you saw Bravado there in that last round, throwing those smokes from long to actually block off the site and then going through drop instead of actually pushing long. So nice bit of misdirection from them, and showing the pedigree there, I guess. 6-1 at the moment, and it's looking pretty easy for them. It's kind of similar situation to what XTC were versus the White Rabbit Gaming team previously, but we also saw White Rabbit actually take it close. So let's see if Aperture are able to take a similar path here.
Well, they're going to have to box out the B-bomb site first of all, and that is what they're doing. Just getting a whole number of players in towards B. Sonic, though, moving in quite easily, taking down the first frag, but then getting dropped by Maniac. But succession of frags moving in favor for the Bravado team there as they take control of the B-bomb site. We only have Spartan left, and we haven't seen him play with the rifle, really. He's picked up maybe one or two, but he's not really done anything with it.
We haven't seen much of him, unfortunately. So, well, it's actually sitting on 1 and 6 at the moment, so rooted to the bottom. But of course, it is early days, so that may change. He's spotted out now. He's going to get the 1 kill, but Destiny in place to actually take him down quite easily in the end. So 7-1 here for Bravado, and you're going to see the buy coming in for Aperture, and they really do need to stem the tide at the moment. They need to do something. Zeo actually with the AWP this time, so seems like they changed that up quite a bit on this APG side, and sometimes that's a good thing. It keeps the opposition guessing. Let's see if it turns out to be a good thing for them. Yeah.
Yeah, we know Zeo can AWP quite well throughout the past. I mean, Custom at one stage was actually
forever.
Yeah, look, I mean, Custom was actually AWPing better than him at one stage as well. But look at this. Bravado now have opted to move that bomb in towards the A side rather, knowing that the buy is in effect. They've been a little bit more defensive on things. They've not taken a full stride in towards that drop zone just yet. And it looks like they're going to work in this long side area. Fady, the first one to go in, does spot his man, tries to spray him down, and finally will get the frag on Spartan here. But a drop action as well. Maniac not being able to defend that drop zone whatsoever. Good.
Beautiful setup there from Bravado. I mean, Sonic getting the kill, but that was a team effort there.
Yeah, very good utility play. And now, look at that. Zeo just not quick enough for Sonic. Taking him down with the AK-47. Custom and Convict, the last two left here, and they're all over the place right now. They are kind of focusing on the B Bravado. But they're not really in a rush to get that bomb site down. Custom will pick off Fady here, so 2 on 4, not really viable right now for Aperture. They should keep the guns and go back, which they're doing.
Yeah, they're very much under the cosh at the moment as Elusive takes down Custom. Convict going to get 1 kill there, but they're going to take him down in the end, it seems. He's putting up a bit of a fight, but against 3 players and hiding behind a wooden wall, you're going to get shot in the head by Detrony. Back that man.
Eventually, yeah. 8-1. Score looking very much one-sided right now for the Bravado team. And I think Aperture have got a lot of grind work to do if they want to keep themselves relevant in this game, like we saw with the XCC WRG team.
Not the battle for ascendancy or the battle for victory. It's the battle for relevance.
Yeah, pretty much at the moment.
Well, that's Burning Red 2K17, right?
Yep. And now JT, first one up. He's going to go for the headshot, gets it, and that opens up opportunity for them to move in towards B. They're just not aware that there are a couple of Aperture players here. But look at JT with that spray transfer. Crazy stuff coming out there from the youngster. And we have got Spartan and Convict left here. They managed to get the frag on Detrony as well. And look at that, another one for JT. I'm going to focus on him. Does he get the ace? Oh, he wants to challenge Convict, but Convict is not taking...
Fady could get a knife here on him, but he shoots him instead. I was hoping for the knife.
Oh, good 4K there from JT. 9-1 Bravado. I think he seems to be focused on cleaning things up quick and effectively. And ending things for us this evening quite early as well, all of a sudden.
Quite abruptly. I could get to my second muffin if we go at this rate before 8 o'clock. Did not expect this, but of course Aperture may have been expecting to be facing a very tough team tonight in Bravado, and that's what it's proving. But Bravado, at the moment, playing full control towards that B-flat area. It does seem to me Bravado's playing this a little bit quicker than we saw out of them on this map before. And Fady actually with the entry there on Zeo. They're going to be running into the bomb site, but Custom actually extinguishes him pretty early on. And the fight is continuing.
Yeah, a bit of play coming out now from Aperture here, but seems to be kind of muffled quite a bit there with the 2 frags from Bravado. So once again, Bravado in a good position here. JT, the danger man, really, for the Bravado side. He's kind of lurking around. Look at this. He's not spotting on his right-hand side.
It's not going to work out.
Spartan's going to catch him there. But 3-on-3 right now. Bravado have moved the bomb towards the A-bomb site. They've only got 1 player, Spartan, who's waiting in A now. He's over-rotated just a little, but he'll be back in time to defend off there. The flashes and utility come in from the Bravado team here. Let's see if Spartan can actually hold the site. Oh, they're going to flush him out. He's going to go for the spray transfer, but gets knocked down. Burnt out, actually, there by Elusive.
Yeah, a lot of roasts happening tonight as well, which is unusual. Nades and roasts. It's been good. It's a 2v2 at the moment, and Aperture need this to go good for them because good is not a word that could describe their performance so far in this half. And Bravado looking good, but they get the 2 kills really easily. Headshots. Shut down.
Yeah, the aim's insane right now from Bravado. They're literally just hitting headshots constantly, all the time. And, well, 10-1. Still Aperture to respond, and not looking too good, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely looking a little bit tough for the Aperture side. And we've got to see some kind of something from them at the moment to actually bring themselves back into this. Meanwhile, Bravado going really quickly into mid, and they're taking mid control at a rapid pace here. Look how far up they are already with just 1:35 on the clock. Look at all that utility flying in. This is incredible speed out of Bravado, and they've completely gone past the defense there from Aperture. Aperture just sort of not really knowing what to do at the moment with the speed from Bravado.
Crazy plays coming out here from Bravado. All of a sudden, the speed is just insane. Look, they've got some problems though, because Spartan is around the corner there with the Max 7, but he'll get taken down, and it's only Zeo left here. What a well executed strat there from Bravado, just speeding things up so so aggressively, and the use of utility was all in the right areas as they just rush into the site. I mean, no one expected anything. Right now, Aperture's looked around, they were going, what do we do now? They're all in A already and everything's smoked off, and it's only
Yeah.
20 seconds down in the round. You know, those sort of
Yeah, bomb going
questions.
down, what, 25 seconds into the round. Craziness. But Bravado clearly a pre worked on strategy there, and perfectly executed as well. Meanwhile, three players trucking out here, and they're just going to get shut down from BVD. BVD having none of that, but Spartan going to go out and get the trade, so it's 3v3 at the moment. It's good to
Yes.
see Bravado playing with some pace because that's something that we oft criticize them for last year. And, they played very slowly last year, but this very encouraging sign so far. And Sonic continuing to do his Ginger Ninja things, gets the headshot and escapes with his life. So 3v2 at the moment.
Yeah, Spartan, if it's one guy right now for Aperture to swing things in their favor, it'll probably be Spartan if he's hitting on song. But unfortunately, Bravado have different ideas. They're moving in towards the B-bomb side, and Custom, he's just basically hanging out right now. There's not much he can do. He does spot one or two of the players and might be able to ninja in here. Oh, almost gets the shot on Detrony, but then gets taken down. So it's up to Spartan now to try his luck. Not good enough. 12-1 here. Bravado just sailing ahead, and there's nothing much Aperture can do. Aperture just really just out of words or out of plans or out of any sort of strats right now to try and take on this this Bravado team.
Of course, but we're not out of words, and we're going to keep being wordsy as Aperture are forcing into this round. Look at that UMP and got the Deagle and Custom, so not a great buy for them. Bravado persisting with the AKs. They haven't seen really any AWPing much from them, and it's clearly part of their plan on this. And look how fast they're going yet again. Bravado just overwhelming them with speed and force, and this is incredible to see out of Bravado. First 2 kills goes their way.
Oh,
Convict though with 2 there, so it could get interesting.
yeah, Elusive also just jumping in the right position, playing that lurk role very effectively. Bomb will go down here for Bravado. Like you said, once again, aggressive speed coming out, mixing things up. Bravado, it's definitely a new style that we're seeing here. And Spartan trying his luck on Detrony. Does know someone is behind him. Will get the shot on Elusive, but now it's up to him or JT. Which youngster will get it? Most likely
Cool, and he's
JT.
reloading.
Now JT's got the health advantage here, and we'll take him down 13-1. And into the final round we go. Bravado all of a sudden just steamrolling ahead here, and Aperture in a big spot of trouble. The question now is that team at this moment in time, are they busy tilting right now? Are they busy just losing their focus because of the scoreline? I mean, it's a heavy psychological impact that they're facing right now.
Well, they are semi-pros, so I guess they're keeping some form of focus, but it's hard not to be tilted when something like this is happening to you. You're one of the teams that's performing really well in the competition, and of course, people criticize Bravado when they lost versus Energy at the beginning of the competition, but of course, it was one of their first times head outs as a changed lineup, of course, 2 new people. But
Yeah.
Elusive catches Spartan there on that A long area. It's going to be opening things up. See the rotation, 1 player rotating off the B-bomb site, but the other 3 going to remain. And Aperture, well, they definitely have Bravado's tricks in mind in terms of the way Bravado seem to like to rotate. But can they really do anything about it? It's almost like Bravado's just out-muscling them at the moment. And Elusive with another kill there on A side.
We missed the shot there from Maniac on JT with the Mag 7, but that bomb has rotated really rapidly towards the A bomb side. And look at this. Detrony just chapping Custom in that angle and just taking him down. So it's only Maniac and Convict left. Bomb goes down already on the A bomb site here. And we have got Convict with the M4 and Maniac now following suit with a Mag 7, which is not exactly the best gun for retakes, as you'll see him getting taken down there by Sonic. So ultimately, Bravado just seeming too strong right now. Sonic just popping the corner, taking down Convict there. 14-1. And these guys are obviously here to make a statement. And they've been boot camping recently. And I
No, well,
think
it shows absolutely. I mean, you can just see the cohesion that's coming out from them. Personally, I kind of felt with their team that with the player changes, it almost like the roles in the team would definitely be important. It almost felt like the personnel they have maybe doesn't make sense for a classic lineup, but they're making, obviously they've got tons of skill and they're really making it work for them. So I'm glad to see that they found some balance in this lineup, and it's something I spoke to Sent in my video about. Um, Definitely balance seems to have been restored to the force that is Bravado, and they're going to go into this pistol round on a high of a wave of confidence.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Aperture now moving a little slower, allowing Bravado to set up in the B-bomb site here and have the range advantage. Maybe not the right thing to do, to be honest. I think maybe just a quick, abrupt use of utility, getting into the site, playing close quarters with the Glocks would be more effective. But look at this, Bravado staying back, getting the first 2 frags. Finally, Aperture chimes in with 2, and that's Spartan.
Oh, Fady.
And then there we see the custom.
How? Fady with the 2 kills.
Also just trying his best right now here. He's getting nailed. His whole team's just getting nailed here. It's the range advantage with the USBS. He's going to try and see if he can clutch this one out. Custom, we know you can clutch it. He's dropped Destiny quite low on the HP. 5 HP, 1 more hit, and that'll be the kill for him. Not going to happen. Sonic's going to support. And, well, I think that's it. No, it's 15-1.
Yeah, that round was literally all Fady. I don't know how he got those 2 kills there. I mean, I think he was in 15 HP, and he gets 2 close quarters headshots with the USP. I mean, they knew he was there. They should have known he was there, considering they knocked him in HP, but nobody really pushed him in the early stages. He gets the first kill, and when they do push him, gets the second on no HP. It's just craziness, madness, and Bravado perpetuating the madness as Aperture are going to be rushing into drop here with the Tech 9 force buy, and they're going to get the first kill.
Now the Tech 9s can work. Elusive managing to respond with 1 here. Although Spartan spotting his man. JT coming in there with the double kill with the auto shotgun, leaving once again Custom left. The last one for Aperture. This game is running so quickly. And, well, he's going to try and see if he can sneak in. He's got the bomb. He's got 2 to contend against Detrony and Fady. They have got similar guns, but more of an HP advantage. And this...
Oh, they're cuddling in the smoke there. Gets the kill.
Very well played from Fady. And now it's going to be up to Detrony here to respond. And he will. And that's it. 16-1. Bravado beat Aperture. They completely annihilated them. And, well...
Absolute wreckage.
Yeah, that was something I just
Brutal
didn't
savage
expect.
wreck, mate.
Pretty much. Anyway, guys, thank you very much once again for joining the cast this evening. I'm Burning Red and my co-cast Extremes, bringing you Esea Sunday matches. And obviously, the games this week was on DE Cobble. Some exciting games we saw. Some one-sided games, of course, like we covered here. But do catch us next week, Sunday, once again. We'll be broadcasting some more ESEA action for you. Anyway, if you guys want to catch the other games this evening, Wampy, twitch.tv/Wampy. You can join his channel. He is covering games at the moment, going into 8 o'clock and so forth. Anyway,
and that's the Energy WRG game, which should be really good considering how well WRG played earlier versus XTC. That's going to be an exciting one. In fact, we were going to do it, and we decided we're old and I need more muffins in my life.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please, like I said again, subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch you guys next week Sunday.
Thanks, Art.
Woo! Skin and my bones, my skin and my bones,